Touchdown, Debo in the slot. This is my end zone. Give me everything you got. Defense, hit him with that Cosa Nostra. Quan Alexander, this dance, Nick Bosa. 49er Empire, 49er Empire. This is for the fan base, die hard, set by. Stand up, 4-9 to the heart, baby. Paul Lord back in Candlestick Park. Levi, let's go.
Ooh la, a Niner! On this 91 season. Fam, what's up? How you doing today? Wait. Let me clear up some phlegm. Oh, I think I may have added some more. Fam, it was the night before the beating of the Green Bay Packers. And all was, you know, this is that game, fam. I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at the injury report. I noticed Debo out. D Ford still got that quadricep thing going. D Ford. See, this is why when the haters, I be trolling over social media. I don't be trolling, but I be getting. I'm like a troll magnet, right? And they go, man, y'all ain't got D Ford. You ain't got Quan. Man, how you go stop the pack? See, here's the thing. I had to explain to that fool. See, D does not. He comes in on third. D has not played a lot this year. Put it that way. All right. D is in and out, and he's gotten some work done, but he is not consistent on the field all the time. So we do miss Quan, ain't no doubt about that. But D, I got a feeling, I don't know, DeMontre better do a job because I know he's capable. I'm feeling good about him being on that edge, so I got no problem with that. Joe Staley continues to be out. Doubtful is Matty B with his famous ankles. And kicker, Robbie. I tell you, Robbie, you've got to be in the camp next year, and I want you in early, and I want you to spend overtime getting that body in shape. You're getting older now, Robbie. You're not supposed to. When's the last time you had a pull quad, all right? You're a kicker. You use one leg. That hurt. And questionable, hey, here's what I like. Questionable, George Kittle, Debo Samuel, Emmanuel Sanders, and we all know what questionable means. He's good to go. And Kyle also says that due to the fact that he says anything can happen like between here and Sunday night is why I call him questionable. They could trip and fall, in the shower or something like that. Or a door comes swinging and hit him in the head. These are things that happen to anybody, but they make it questionable. Those dudes are definitely playing Sunday night, family. If you saw Emmanuel Sanders out there last week, he's definitely going to be out there this week because the ribs have got to be feeling a little better than they were last week, right? And your body feels good, especially when you know you're going to go kick some butt and be supreme and quell all that conversation about the 49ers continue to pretend for 10 games. Is that even possible? Why do they keep thinking that way? And if you just clicked in, it's a 49ers versus Green Bay Packers preview. And week 12, you make the call. The Niners are going to go to the phone and see what you think on this eve of a possible 10-1. This was unheard of 2-3 years ago. We've not seen this dream in so long. The fam. The 49ers versus Packers game is most likely going to be the first inch of a measuring stick, as you know, that includes an evil 3-game stretch. This is our test. If we treat these games, I know the 49ers are treating all 3 games like playoff games too. See, people think the 49ers is out there just playing and clowning around and getting lucky. Oh, they've not seen Shanahan go into his back pocket yet. And I bet you all 3 of these teams are playoff teams. I guarantee you Jacksonville's going to the playoffs. Most likely Green Bay is going to go. And then, of course, Nowlands is definitely going. This Sunday is the first contest that will start to determine whether the Niners are the pretenders or the contenders. They're still accused of being that by so many. It's just bizarre to me. How do you get lucky for 9 games? Quick look at some of the key matchups, man. Jimmy G versus Z. Darius Smith of the Smith Brothers. They got their own version of the Smith Brothers. I use the Smith Brothers on them. That's ours. We are the original Smith brothers. They just got two couple guys named Smith. All right. Jimmy G has been rolling since week 8. The INTs are getting most of the attention, but G is thrown for 1,164 yards from week 11 till now. That's the second most production in the league during that span behind the Bucks. Jameis, I got to look for a job for next season. Winston, who has recorded 1,207 passing yards in that same time frame. Jimmy G is coming off a career day in Week 11 against the Cards, where he threw for a career-high 424 yards, 4 TDs. Yet they still going to say, I don't trust him. I don't believe he can get it done. He throws them INTs. All them Jimmy moments are killing me. But what they failed to mention is Jimmy G has had about 3 games this season where in the closing minutes of the game, Jimmy G came through like the ace he is going to be in about another year. So please give me a break with that Jimmy G is the weak link. That is more BS than you'll find in any stable of Bulls. I'm telling you right now. But hey, the main person chasing down Garoppolo will be Packers linebacker Zadarius Smith, as I mentioned. Smith has been thriving in Mike Pattine's defensive scheme. I guess he likes it better than he did like it in Baltimore. Smith has posted 33. Oh, that's such a tonic. Smith has posted 33 total tackles, 8.5 sacks, 8 tackles for a loss, and 20 quarterback hits this season so far. Smith has been building a reputation on quarterbacks going back to 2017, posting a league-high 61 quarterback hits. G is fully aware of the Z Smith dude. He said of the Packers defense, quote, they're fast, the D-line gets after it. Usually 4, maybe 5 guys, but they're pretty talented across the board. There's really no weak links in the defense. They'll make you earn everything all the way down the field, unquote. Gee, I know you just being nice, man. You know you go cut them boys up like a surgeon. And quite frankly, fam, the Pack defense, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. You go ahead. I'll leave that to your own imagination. Richard Sherman versus wide receiver Davante Adams. Listen, Sherman is a Pro Bowl vote leader in the NFC at cornerback. I trust him. And unlike last season when we last had to deal with Davante, he is working with 2 legs this season, not 1. Okay? Yeah, Davante, man, you come on in here, man. You and that toe. Sherman will be looking to continue a strong 2019 campaign. Sherman's registered 38 tackles, 10 pass defense, 3 INTs, 1 pick 6 through the Niners' first 10 games. And from the way this report sounds, it's Sherman who will be tasked with slowing down the Packers' all-pro wide receiver Davante Adams. Is he all-pro? He's a Pro Bowler, right? Thought he likes to work. I thought he likes to come out the slot. You know what I'm getting ready to say, right? Davante said, I'm going to take my chances with Sherm, you know what I'm saying, man? Because, like, you know who's in the slot, don't you? Dude ain't going to embarrass me today, man. He ain't but that big, but you can't get off. You can't get away from him. See, Davante wants nothing to do with K1. Oh, now you ain't fooling me, none. K1's house. Don't come in that boy's house messing around, Davante. Get your feelings hurt. Ask a few other people down through the league. Boy. I wish he would go in the slot, though. Sherm can handle it, though. I ain't even worried about that. After missing weeks 5 and 8 with a toe injury, Adams looked back to his normal self in Week 10 against the Panthers. But the Panthers, I don't know what they was doing out there. You watch that game? Panthers should have won that game. They fooled around and gave that game to them. Packers didn't beat the Panthers. They didn't. Look at the game. You don't believe me? He enjoyed hauling in 7 passes, 118 yards in that game, and in 3 of his 6 games this season, Adams has registered over 100 yards. Strangely enough, though, he has yet to find the end zone this season. In last year's matchup against the 49ers, Adams registered 10 catches for 132 yards and 2 TDs. Ain't coming to our house getting that way. You can do that at Lambeau, but you ain't doing that at Levi's. And you ain't get a Levi leap. You ain't doing it in here, man. And next, Weston Richburg versus defensive lineman Kenny Clark. Richburg has been the centerpiece of the 49ers offensive line this season, fam. Remember last year we thought he was overpaid and some kind of a bad deal? It was his health. Weston Richburg's been a bad he's been a bad mofo this year, fam. He has been pretty healthy all season and been involved in 704 snaps. Weston has not allowed in 10 games, not a sack. The big, bad, burly center has been a huge asset in both the run and pass game, including working his way downfield. That was Big Richburg rumbling downfield, man. The spring Richie James Jr. on a 57-yard pickup in Week 11. This, I thought, was only in the Mike McGlinchey playbook of I kicks booty. Big Richburg was rolling downfield, man. Richburg will have the job of limiting Kenny Clark's activity this Sunday night. And Clark, by the way, is coming off one of his best all-around games in Week 10 against the Carolina Panthers, posting a career-high 10 pressures along with 4 total tackles. And next, Defoe versus Aaron Jones. You see, Aaron Jones, I got to tell you, I was impressed with him against the Panthers. I really was. Then again, didn't we run for a lot of yards against the Panthers too? See, it's not about Jones as much as it might be the Panthers defense. Of course, we've not been stellar at stopping the run either. But the 49ers D-line has registered 39 sacks on the season, tied for the most in the NFL with them same Panthers. A major contributor to that achievement has been DeForest Buckner, who has posted 5 out of them 39 sacks. And by the way, Buckner's the only player in the NFL with 40 tackles, 5 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 passes defense. Booyah! And if anyone is aware of that fact, whispers of D-Buck having a quiet year need to stop. Stop. He's doing things that aren't all going on the highlight reel, but Buck is busy, all right? D-Buck will have dual duties as per usual this Sunday to put pressure on Rodgers, but also limit Packers running back Aaron James. So we got dual Aaron duties this week. You can't, although I don't know why I feel so relaxed about Aaron Rodgers, all right? On the season, Jones has rushed for 589 yards, 11 TDs. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, I would imagine. That 11 TDs is one of the best unmarked in the league, if not the best. I think he's tied with Christian McCaffrey. It's also been a factor in the passing game, hauling in 35 passes for 354 yards and 3 scores. He will be Fred Warner's and God, who else can get? Kwaski T can get. Well, I'll see how they do this. Jones is the first Packers running back since Jim Taylor in 1962 to post 2 games with 3+ rushing touchdowns in a single season. So he will be definitely somebody we have to be very concerned about. A lot of focus and attention will have to be placed on Mr. Jones. And finally, Nick Bosa has put together a very strong rookie season, to say the least. Mrs. Bosa's youngest son, a baby of the baby boys, registered 32 tackles, 7 sacks, 13 tackles for a loss, 15 quarterback hits, an INT, a forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. Nick like his big brother Joey did in Week 9 will look to keep Rodgers under constant pressure all evening long this Sunday. All-pro tackle David Bakhtiari will be entrusted to stop the B-child. Bakhtiari has only allowed 2 sacks on his 647 snaps played in 2019, but it can be guaranteed that he will not be excited to deal with the leading NFL defender as far as linemen go, vote getter for the Pro Bowl. Do you know how starving Nick is to get his hands on a quarterback that can't get away? Because, see, all in mobile quarterbacks, what they do, just how to get out of there. In fact, mobile quarterbacks, the only guys that have a chance against the 49ers fan. I'm telling you right now, this is why I enjoy playing Aaron Rodgers. I ain't worried about Drew Brees either. See, them mobile quarterbacks, they got a split second. As soon as they look up and see Nick coming, they're out of here. They don't even hang out. Can Aaron do that? Aaron can move around in the pocket. He negotiates a pocket. He's a master. But you negotiating the pocket ain't gonna get you nothing but a beat down. You got to get out of there. You got to get out and get out now. So anyway, and fam, honestly, after looking at that game against the Panthers, when I look at their defense and the 49ers defense, there really is no comparison. 49ers defense is way better. The offense, now there's no doubt about Aaron Rodgers being superior to Jimmy Jimmy G. Jimmy G's got some time he's got to put in before he even begins to scratch the surface of the Aaron Rodgers world. But here's where it stops, right there. Wide receivers, Devontae's the only thing they got. But see, they got another wide receiver. He's okay. But if you put Emmanuel Sanders versus Devontae, who you going to take? All right? George Kittle versus Jimmy Graham. Who you got? All right? Your running back situation. Man, I tell you what, if Tevin, all it takes is the block scheme. If Tevin Coleman, I do wish Matty B was there this week, but Tevin will handle it. And you know, there's really thing about him, the dream, when nobody else is getting yards, you notice he does? I got a feeling this is going to be a game that falls. This game is tailor-made for the 49ers. So let's go ahead and get it. Go on and get it, 49ers. It's yours for the taking. Let the analysts say whatever they want to say. They have no idea. All they do, they're speaking from the hate. They're not using anything up here. I know, right? Homer Ronbo talking about that. Okay, you know what? That's all right. Hey, we got a video from Salvador Babiska from last week's game celebration after Jimmy G's 14. Put Sal in motion. You know, I still enjoy Bosa about that touchdown. It's like Wilson went crazy in the end zone. You see him, boy? He just came up with a new dance, boy. Just breaking it. Woo! And these are the things I'm talking about when I talk about Jimmy G and all people. Hey, I see liability. But Jimmy G has thrown how many of these this year even? And since he's been with us, how many times in that? Sacked Francisco, 33-27, 49ers in overtime. By the way, yes, give us your score prediction. Arnold Spears, game will be 28-14 Niners. Albert Purrs says, what's up? It's me, Tito. Albert, hey! God, it's so good to see you, fam. Oh, my God, I've seen you in such a long time. I wish you'd call in today. Benny Blanco from the Bronx, he says, Ronbo, can you give my brother Timo a shout? He had surgery. Oh, Fox, which is tough. Hey, Timo, hang in there, baby. I know you're going to be all right, man. You got to get better because we're getting ready for the playoffs, man. So lay back, take the medicine, sleep when they tell you to sleep, and don't be eating no stuff that you brought in and nobody's seen. Get better, fam. Thinking about you, all right? Yeah. And Jerry Fresh. What's up, Jerry? Fam, you see Jerry Fresh in the chat? Click him and get some fresh perspective on this weekend's game. I guarantee you it's going to be hot. Hot. Jerry Fresh at least once or twice a week because he's always got something going on. Mr. Black Eyes 22 says, hey, it's all about getting Rodgers out of his comfort zone. He says, IDK, if Kittle's playing, but I think Dwelly's going to be fine. Debo will have another 100-yard game. Running game will be okay. 28-16, my Niners. Yeah. Barack 09 says, have to head to bed early, so I'll leave with you a 28-23 score. Barack, get that rest, man. All right. Got your score, and if you, 28-23, boy, everybody doesn't believe it's going to be a close game. I don't want a close game. I want to be able to sing Ooh La La late in the third. Jack Del Mark Jr., Niners 38-28. Oh, man. Well, Phil, come on in here, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil.
Woo, it's loud.
Yeah, I'm looking at two games, looking at the Cardinals, not the Cardinals, but looking at the Green Bay Packers playing Nick's brother Joey. That was ridiculous. And then, of course, looking at the Panthers game, I I'm not afraid of the Packers, and I know you're not, because Phil, you're fearless anyway. But what's going on with this game?
Well, I think it's going to be close. You know, I think we're going to be able to run the ball. I think Kittle makes a big difference.
Huge.
And the reason he makes a big difference is because if you watch the tape on the Cardinal game and the game before that, they were bringing 9 guys up in the box.
Oh.
Because Willie can't run past people. He's not that type of a tight end.
Uh-huh.
But George, he's fast. He can go deep.
And quick.
And so safeties have to play off. And that leaves an extra blocking tight end on a linebacker when we want to run. So it does help our running game because the safeties can't come up.
Yep.
And I think we can go 2 tight end sets.
I wish they would.
And just run against Green Bay.
Yeah. Because like you're saying, you got optimum blocking at all times, and you got that option of George exploding on him at any moment.
Yeah, and then and Dooley's a good receiver too. So
yeah, he's becoming run. Yeah,
you can go 2 tight end sets against Green Bay. They're not very good against the run.
Oh, and in the
like
middle, Phil,
28th in the
they're
league
as
against the
soft
run.
as a marshmallow. I mean, the Panthers just eating the middle up all game. I said,
Yeah.
they don't have any defense.
I think we eat their middle up, and our middle defensively eats their inside guards up. You know, their tackles are really good. Their tackles are good, but I think our defensive ends just have to keep Rodgers from making that little out of the pocket escape and throw the ball. But he's nowhere near Russell Wilson or the Cardinals quarterback.
Yeah, I know. Both those guys got to be in our division too. What are the odds? We're lucky we don't have Lamar Jackson in the division along with us playing for the Rams. How bad would that be? Oh man.
Yeah, I think we can get a pass rush up the middle against Aaron.
Phil,
Force him to make some mistakes and
I'm telling
get
you,
some
Phil,
picks.
Nick is going to
And
get
it's
his.
so big having Emmanuel and Debo and George on the field. And I wish Burrito was healthy because I think this is a game he can
For him.
run off tackle against them
Yeah.
and break one for a long one. All the haters are predicting. All the predictable haters are predicting the Packers win.
Florio.
But Aaron Rodgers doesn't play that well on the road, statistically.
Yeah. And he doesn't have the weapons around him that he did during the best days of his time in Green Bay. These guys he's got there now. Our secondary is going to cover those guys, Phil. I can see it right now. Aaron's going to look downfield, and he's not going to have options, and that's what Nick's going to eat.
Yeah, we just got to cover that running back. We got to stop him. If we stop him, I think we're in pretty good shape defensively against their offense. And I think we're going to win 28-21, somewhere in there.
There you go.
All right. That's my prediction. Got the barbecue ready. We're ready to roll.
Blue lot.
We'll be in the lot about 1 o'clock tomorrow. And looking forward to a good game.
All right. Blue lot out there by the.
Although
you'll see a lot of other recreational vehicles.
Fighter like the last two.
I'm sorry, Phil.
The games have been so stressful.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can't take it anymore.
Oh, God, it's really. I mean, you're right. For weeks, the first game with the Cardinals, the Seahawks, of course, the second game with the Cardinals. And now, as I say, we got a quarterback that can't sprint out of the strength of the 49ers defense. So I kind of like our chances in this one, finally. Even though it is Aaron Rodgers.
It's too bad Ford wasn't available. We could use him.
Yeah.
I just want to see that one game where we're completely healthy.
Ooh, nobody else in the NFL wants to. I like DeMontre Moore, though. I got a feeling he's going to do well. He looked good in the last game, so let's see what he does. So anyway,
he forced a fumble in the end there.
And he's
So
grizzly coming off that edge.
That's my prediction.
All right.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
I think we're going to win.
Yeah.
I think it's almost every game is a must-win.
And well, from here on, it's all playoff stuff.
The NFC
These next
is
three
just
packed.
a
with
monster.
talent. Green Bay, Minnesota. Phil, we got to go. I'm going to tell you what.
All right,
I'll be
Ronbo.
looking for you tomorrow after the game to see what you got to say. All right?
Listen for me at the game. I'll be screaming.
Above everybody.
Yeah.
Phil! Have a good
All right,
night,
man.
fam.
Take care.
All right, you too. NFC West nemesis, Kittle and Jude healthy opens up our dominant run game again. You load the box, we'll load up the points. Ain't that the truth? Thanks for that contribution too, fam. Absolutely right. This is what Kittle, he serves so many functions out there. This is why when people used to give me all kind of grief, man, when's the last time a tight end got an MVP? I said, man, you guys don't understand. This is not just everyday player. Hey, Dre, come on, Dre.
Let me turn this surround sound down for you, big
Oh,
brother.
please,
Hold
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my boy. Lieutenant.
Dre, man, I'm telling you, man.
Oh, you got somebody else. I'm
Wow, you
my guy.
did me dirty like that, huh? Fucking flop.
No, that's somebody.
Ronbo, you got somebody else.
No, we're getting ready to close that line.
The water all over my shit.
Yeah. If you're not on the phone right now, please don't unmute. Just call in, and we'll take it from there, okay? Otherwise, you end up busting into somebody's conversation. But Dre,
Yo.
the biggest fear I think of most is the fact the name of the team is the Green Bay Packers, and the quarterback is the legendary, living legend Aaron Rodgers. Beyond that, I'm telling you right now, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Dre, I know you ain't scared. What are you thinking?
I'm kind of. I try not to get frustrated, but I'm tired of this BS narrative that says, the 49ers have to play this team, the 49ers have to play that. Why isn't the narrative, these guys have to play the 49ers?
Yeah, right?
These guys have to play us. These guys, they have to go play the 9-1 team. They have to go play the team who was missing Quan Alexander, who was missing George Kittle, who was missing Emmanuel Sanders, who was missing Robbie Gold, the Pro Bowl kicker.
Yes.
Both tackles came in and had horrible games, and the Seahawks still barely won on a we should have won on a field goal. It's like I don't understand why nobody else. They picked the narrative as if we don't deserve to be where we at.
Exactly.
And we have to play everybody else.
Exactly.
And it's bullshit, man. I'm just calling for what it is.
It
bullshit.
is. It's
I don't like it.
It's a gospel.
I don't like it. Yeah, man. As far as the game tomorrow, this game is crucial for us to return back to what we were doing at the beginning of the season, and that's dominating defensive lines and running the ball down their throat. That's our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
If we return back to doing what we were doing at the beginning of the season, we win the game with ease. I'll tell you why the scheme's changed up. When you stack the box and you don't have to worry about a big play potential from a tight end, i.e. George Kittle, it makes it a lot easier to stack the box. When George Kittle comes in the game and you pay a lot of the attention to him and you bring down the safety, and you dedicate an outside linebacker to him, well, it opens things up over the top of the defense, and it opens things up in the 15 to 20 yard range, in the mid range of the defense. So that's some things we have. We got to look forward to. This is McGlinchey's second week of getting practice rotation.
Yeah.
Fuel is already game ready.
This
This is going into Juice's. What is this? His second or third week? This is going into his second game back.
This will be third game.
Yeah, this is going into his third game being back. Yeah, because his third game back. So guys are getting the legs back under him. I think it'll be good that when we go into our nickel and dime packages that you're gonna see Witherspoon. And you're going to see Mosley and Sherman on the field, and Quan on the field at the same time when they try to spread us out. I also think it's good that people are talking about Devontae, but I mean, this dude ain't scored a touchdown in 10-game season. So I mean, it's just a lot of things that's working in our favor, bro. Like I said, we don't have to play the Packers. The Packers have to play us. And that's just what it is. Aaron Rodgers, he is a selfish quarterback. That's one thing we all know about him. He wants the ball in his hand. A lot of that's why him and Matt LaFleur and him and McCarthy didn't work out, because a lot of times he would call running plays and he would audible out of those plays into passing plays, and sometimes he would throw picks that would change the game. So look forward to him making a few mistakes. We're gonna hand them their ass tomorrow, Ronbo.
I really feel it.
I think it's gonna be one of those games like the Panthers. Everybody says it's
I said it myself. I had to calm me down, but I'm feeling the same thing.
Come on, bro.
Because
Hey,
they
bro.
barely beat the Panthers.
I'm really not afraid of the Panthers. Yeah. I'm really not afraid of the Panthers, bro. I'm really not afraid of the Panthers.
Packers.
I'm not with the Lamar Jackson hype. Watch the Browns and the Ravens game and tell me what y'all see.
I did. There's a lot of things.
Watch the
And
Browns.
I'm starting to feel you on that too.
He's fast. He's athletic. But I mean, this guy is. When you have 188 yards and 4 touchdowns running, that means you're tossing the ball from the 20. You're tossing the ball for the red zone and you're scoring a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, bro, let's stop with the Lamar Jackson is better than Michael Vick stuff. Like, there's no comparison, bro. Let's just stop that.
And Dre, wait till that game comes, because we're gonna be able to talk about that one for days. I need your score right now, though.
Yeah, most definitely. Score.
Make it good now, because you already said we're gonna beat them. So whatever you say is not gonna be too much. Because that defense is weak.
Jimmy G's gonna have 3 touchdowns through the air. We'll have 1 touchdown on the ground. We'll also kick a field goal.
31.
I think it's gonna be 30. I think it's gonna be 31. Let's say 31-24.
Yeah.
31-24, and I think it'll that 24 points. It'll be like 17 points in the third quarter. They'll get a garbage time.
They'll pick up 1 in the fourth. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's what
Dre.
Hey man, shout out to my TNT fans. Yeah. Hey, also shout out to my big bro, Nate Big Griff. You know what I'm saying? That's my big bro. Right. He just had a grandbaby today. Shout out to TNT fan, man. So Trez Big Show. Russo, Jerry Fresh, man, my player partner Will, man, all the guys, man. Oh, my brother Big Show is in here tonight. That's what's up, man. I ain't seen you in a while. All right, bro. I'm gonna get back on the stream, man. All right.
All right, fam. Have a good night. We'll see Dre tomorrow. All right. And Mel, come on in, Mel, and give us a little bit.
My man, bang bang nine again. You know I'm in here. What's good, Ronbo?
It's time to go 10-1. I'm feeling real good about this game. All one needs to do is watch some footage of the Packers. They don't look omnipotent to me. So, you know what I'm saying? What do you think?
No doubt. Of course, they had Aaron Rodgers, so they can't be totally written off.
No.
But we're definitely the better team, man.
I think so.
We're definitely the better team. They don't scare me at all. Not even a little bit.
They ain't got Julius Peppers. They ain't got a couple of wide. Them legendary them receivers and things they had. They got. I think Jimmy Graham is about Devontae and Jimmy's about the biggest thing they got going as far as receivers go. And that ain't gonna be enough to stop Sherman Company. I don't see it.
Nah, and Jimmy Graham is about 72 years old.
He looks like an orphan. He had a pretty good against the Panthers, but tight ends do good against the Panthers, and tight ends do good. Right. Olsen did a job on the back too. So I'm 100 yards. Yeah, Olsen did that. I said, okay, all right.
Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be a wipeout tomorrow. I'm not saying that they're going to put up 50 points, but I think it's going to be a convincing win.
But that's going to make a lot of people turn their neck, boy.
Hello?
I'm here. I'm still. Was that me or you? Yeah. Let me remind you. Hold on, Mel. Let me remind you, fam. If you're waiting on the phone, don't unmute yourself. We'll unmute you, because if you unmute, that's what you get. You interrupt the other phone call. So hold on. We'll get right to you. All right, Mel, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so I was just saying, Aaron Rodgers doesn't scare me at all. So hopefully our boys go out with the same mentality that they've had all season, where whether the game is prime time or not, or national or not, they're not afraid of the stage or the big stage or anything, and that doesn't affect or change the way that they play. So I definitely hope that our guys are focused. If they are, I think Defoe is about to have a monster game, because who he's lined up across from. So I think Defoe is about to have a really, really big game. I think it's just going to be a wipeout, man.
Because Jimmy's, hey, Mel, Jimmy's about tired of people looking at him and saying, Jimmy G, that's the reason why they're not going anywhere. Say
Right.
what?
Right.
Jimmy's got to be feeling it. He ain't going to say nothing, but he's hearing it.
Right. And to that point, I used to get upset like earlier in the season when we were running through everybody and then the analysts would always have something slick to say. But I actually like it and I prefer it. I would rather them get in front of cameras every single week and talk about how they don't know if we're legit or not, because that's going to keep our hunger. So we're constantly going to be going out there with something to prove. And I think that definitely works in our favor.
I know, because even they say we block out the noise. Mel, if you're playing for the Niners and you and me are close, I'm calling you up. Mel, man, you know what they said about y'all? And of course you're going to say, man, don't start. Let me just run this by you. And then I'm going to tell you the whole thing. And even if you try to be mature and professional and go ahead about your business, you're still going to feel that. It's going to fire them up. They know.
Right. So, I think this is a very, very important win for us because if we lose this game, we're definitely not out of the playoffs. So it's no time to panic even if we lose. But if we lose this game for the first time this entire season, our destiny is no longer in our own hands. We're going to have to depend on other circumstances. But as of right now, and if we win tomorrow, we're going to be in the driver's seat. And we're going to be able to control the way our season goes in our postseason. So I just hope our boys come out on fire. None of this slow start business. And I understand a lot of the slow start has to do with Kyle, the first few series. And, I'll say the first half of the first quarter, or maybe even the whole first quarter, Kyle's kind of seeing what he can get away with. So he's just throwing jabs and throwing some certain plays out there just to give them a certain look. So by the time the second and third quarter rolls around, we're playing off of those first plays, and that's when the misdirection starts, and we just pick up.
There you go. Mel, we got to hold up here right here, Mel. Give me a score and tell me. Well, go ahead. Give me a score.
I think it's about to be something like, I'll say 35-17.
See, that's my score actually.
No, not 35. Let me see. I'll say 31-17.
All right. There you go. Yeah. Mel covered the spread by a long way. It's like I am. Mel, appreciate you, fam. We're gonna move because you all right? Appreciate you, Mel. I'm gonna talk to you later too because we got to get together for another one-on-one. All right, fam.
Yeah, man. Let me know.
All right,
let me know. I'm ready for it.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Okay. It's Mel out all the way out in Jersey, and we stay out in Jersey. Hey, oh, by the way, hey, Paulie, have you watching Paulie? How you doing, fam? Paulie's getting over having a car accident. He's having soup for the next, I don't know how long it's going to be. His jaw's broke. Hey, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James. Looking for that 10-1, James. The almighty Packers. I just don't think so. I think we can do this.
Yeah. Once again, thank you for the platform you provide.
Pure pleasure, James.
I'll say it like this. Really, I do believe, I don't know if anybody watched the last game the Packers played against the Chargers.
I did.
Down there at Quail Combo, that stadium, Sun Draft or whatever it is, little drive-through, great little stadium down there in the South. They got the brakes beat off of them. We run the same kind of defense. We also have much better defensive players than them. Our offense is more prolific than them. And I think one thing that we may see a lot of, even with Kittle coming back, I hope he plays tomorrow because it's not ruled out. But I think Kyle Shanahan had already probably thought of going to a 21 personnel where you got 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, and one receiver. But now it's actually with us, we could play running back, fullback, and 2 tight ends and a receiver. So who really do they have that could stop us from whatever side Kyle lines up them 2 tight ends, with Juice being a fullback that's also a tight end, can play the tight end position. So you pick your poison, whatever is more whatever more, the lesser amount of a sting you think that you can get out of that, because it's coming. And I will say this much. The other caller, I think it was the guy before the last caller, Will, I think it was Mel, had stated something about these
Mel was
guys.
just off, yeah.
Yeah. These guys coming back healthy, as in not playing in a while. Kyle Shanahan has not really opened up that real play ability with Selleck, because Selleck had been out for a while. Now he's going into his second game. Tech is going into his third game now. And I mean, it's just gonna get better, man. These guys, listen, tomorrow, and also with us bringing back a healthy DJ Jones, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yes.
I feel for him. I listen.
Go ahead,
listen.
Aaron.
This guy.
Give the ball to Aaron. Run, Aaron.
Yeah,
Run.
Yeah. Of course. Don't do that. Do that little sloppy dropping back where you think you can just spin it and throw it down to the ground. Because DJ Jones is going to be all over him. And without even D Ford probably being able to play, let me tell you something. We're going to actually get a whole eye view of Al Shaziz coming off that edge with Nick Bosa, as well as Moore.
That's right.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, even if they play realistically, I hope they put Shazier back there in the Sam position and let Elijah Lee sit, and just keep DeMontre Moore rushing off that edge, him and Nick. Because when Aaron Rodgers drops back with DJ Jones coming through that middle, as well as DeForest Buckner, I got one word for him. As he says, his word was relax. Let me tell you something.
Don't relax.
Get out of the way, because it's coming for you, Aaron. Okay? I wish you luck. That's what I was going to say to him. Okay? With that type of defense.
That defense is going to be so fired up tomorrow. So fired. Because this is their first chance. So everybody says, the 49ers, lucky. Oh, do you know they're tired of hearing that? And James, keep this in mind. The Packers escaped the Panthers due to a bunch of strange penalty calls. And that is the only reason they won that game. Who put a 50 burger on the Panthers? Yeah,
thank you.
That's why I know. Well, I'm not scared of the Packers.
Look at a struggling team like the Chargers. What the Chargers did to them a couple of weeks ago. They couldn't find a score, man. They couldn't find a score. Aaron Rodgers was out there looking at Matt LaFleur like he wanted to say, buddy, you keep this up, I might just go ahead and hang it up early and leave you without a quarterback.
James,
he's gonna feel like. Listen, he's going to feel that way tomorrow, man.
He will, and that's why I say they don't have a receiving core to fit Aaron Rodgers' skill set. We need to score, James. We got to pull up because we're being quick as we can tonight to get as many people as we can. So go ahead, James. What is that score going to be?
I'm going to say 38-14, Niners. We get to 10-1, and it's coming.
All right.
It's coming.
You're more brutal than I was. I like that.
That's what I'm saying. James. I believe. Yeah, man. Have a great evening. Be blessed. Honor and pride, honor for life. Keep doing what you do. Thank you for what you do, Ronbo. Have a great evening.
Thanks, James. Pure pleasure, fam. All right. I'll see you tomorrow evening.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's going to be late for James, though. That game's over late. All right, fam. All right, James. Hope you make it. Looking for you. And, let's go to Dion Jr. Dion.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I don't know. Dan, it's funny. Every week I feel very confident about this team because I know as they mature, as they get more into the program, every week that passes by, Kyle Shanahan's offensive system gets more ingrained into the minds, and the guys can execute. I figure by starting tomorrow, we could see an offensive exhibition, especially against the Packers defense. These guys are not that good. But what are you thinking?
Well, they're ranked 28th in the league for a reason, Ronbo. I mean, that's a pretty bad thing, man. If we're ranked number 2 for a reason, so
exactly.
I mean, it's very simple. I've seen this, and I looked at it, so I figured out what happened. I looked at all their games, and I looked at what they win by. So you know me, I'm a bit of an analytics person to an extent. So in their 2 losses, you know what teams did that made them lose? Aaron Jones was ineffective.
Yes.
He had at least, I want to say, about 25 and like 30 yards in both of their losses.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. If we stop Aaron Jones,
Pat's
then
done.
we have nothing to worry about. Because even in that game that they lost to the Eagles, Aaron Rodgers had over 400 yards passing. He had 2 TDs and 1 interception. But that wasn't enough. Why? Because the running game didn't exist. When they played the Chargers, they took away the run and the pass. So you don't think that you don't think Joey and Nick are talking, saying, "Hey, look, this is what you got to do, Nick, to go ahead and get to him and stop him and do this and do that." I'm pretty sure Nick's going, "Okay," because Nick's like monotone. He talks in like the smallest, softest
I know
voice.
this big old dude talking like he talks. It's hilarious, ain't it? and
Always,
Dion,
man.
you mentioned that Nick loves to outdo Joey. He outdoes him in the combine. He tells people, well, my brother got this, but I bested him by a little bit, So look at, Joey got him 1.5 sacks. Look for Nick to get 2.
Yeah, Nick will come off that edge, and I think this is the game where things turn around. So our wide nine has always been susceptible to the run. That's one thing that I learned before the season. I was watching a couple of videos from some other people, and they were explaining what the wide nine weaknesses were, and it is susceptible to the run. So the past couple of weeks, we've been getting ate up. I think this is the week that we turn it around. We stop their run, and our run gets going again because they have such a horrible run defense.
Oh,
I think we get back to the stretch zones and get back to running up the gut and doing the things that we need to do as far as our run game is concerned, and take a little pressure off of Jimmy. Because what people don't realize, for all these people that all the commentators, the Stephen A. Smiths and all these other people that are saying that, you can't trust Jimmy Garoppolo and all this other stuff, what they don't realize is our last few games that we won have been off his back.
yes.
We beat the Cardinals off him. We would have beat the Seahawks had McLaughlin made that kick off
He set
him.
that play
We just
up.
won his last game against the Cardinals off him. So even with the mistakes, he's still the one that's carrying us right now because our run game has almost been non-existent to an extent. So people don't get that. That's what they're missing. And I don't understand how they play football. They know football, and they're just blocking us out of their minds. Like, well,
they only focus. They only focus. Jimmy could go 3 weeks, throws 1 INT. He's susceptible. He's susceptible to throwing those INTs. We can't trust him. Idiot. He's 17 at 3 for his career. How many times you see him throw an INT for a team to win with? How many times you see him throw a game-winning pass? Shut up.
They won't give it. They won't give him his credit, and then at the same time, they're just going to continue to say that the defense is the reason that we're winning. But I can tell you right now, the defense has only scored 3 times this season. So I'm telling you, the offense definitely has to have something to do with it because they're the ones putting the points on the board.
The defense.
I'm just saying.
The defense makes sure to put the ball back in Jimmy's hands. But still, don't tell me that he's not doing anything out there. Dion, let me get your score, fam.
I'm gonna go 34 to at least 34 to 14, man. I think we're gonna be able to beat them out pretty bad because they're not gonna have anything. And another quick note, their number 1 receiver has no touchdowns. Devontae Adams doesn't have a touchdown this year.
He didn't get none tomorrow either. So
we're not about to let that happen because you see E-Man starting over at Keller.
I love our secondary. They ain't giving up nothing, man. I'm you know what? I'll see you after the game tomorrow, Dion. All right, be looking for you.
All right, Ronbo. All right, brother. Have a good
night. All right,
evening.
man. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes. Niner Mike. Mike. Forget about it. Niner Mike. Hey. Oh, hey, Niner Mike. Shay, come on in here, Shane Lewis.
Yo, Ronbo.
Oh, shit. Here we go, fam. Back at home under the lights. Waiting for the Green Bay Packers to fly in here. I imagine they're already here now because they know better than to wait till the same day. And right. Stop this disrespect right now this weekend. Stop talking about the 49ers like they ain't got nobody. You don't win 9 games, should have won 10 unless you got some kind of talent. James, what do you think about this game?
Absolutely. Yeah, Ronbo. I mean, I just got 3 key factors going into this Packers game. that I think if the 49ers focus on, we'll come out victorious. So the first thing I think a lot of previous callers already talked about it. You got to start running the ball again. I think this is where we, put back our run dominance again. The 49ers actually ranked 5th in the league in total yardage per game. So we are a top 5 offense, and I think this is where they established their run that was so effective and pretty much our bread and butter, and lets the whole offense flow. So the Packers ranked 25th in rushing defense, and they ranked 23rd in passing defense. So if they want to crowd the box and the run's not open, I think you could have Jimmy back there with Debo, dotting people up, or at least kind of, I want to say, can expose the Packers because their pass defense is just as bad as their run defense. So there's that aspect. Then the second thing I want to talk about is the grades. Because I'm a big analytics guy. Pro Football Focus is actually like literally one of the best stats because they give a bunch of stats, but their next gen stats are just so realistic. I'm not saying they could predict an outcome of a game, but it makes it like, oh wow, like if they follow this game plan, they could possibly win. So Bakhtiari's Pro Football Focus grade is decent. He has a 72 grade. I mean, he has a 70 grade flat. And then Bulaga, the other right tackle, has a 72 grade. So their tackles are actually fairly decent. Not too bad, but in the interior of the line is where it gets pretty ugly. Elton Jenkins, their left guard, he has a grade of 67, which is, again, decent. He has allowed a little bit of sacks. But the worst is actually their center. Corey Lindsey's actually tied first for most sacks given by a center. For all 32 teams, he has the most sacks given, which is 4. And then their right guard in Billy Turner has a 61 grade, who is actually, again, terrible too. He's tied for 8th. But there's actually a 4-way tie for 8th because like 3 or 4 other guards actually tied with the same amount of sacks he's given up. But he actually could be, realistically, if he wasn't tied with all the other 3, he could be actually ranked 3rd for most sacks given. Their right guard, Billy Turner. So I think that, again, when they have to pass, if we can stop Aaron Jones, which I think other callers said, and make Rodgers flustered and uncomfortable in that pocket, that's, again, mistakes happen when people are uncomfortable, when pressure's there, mistakes are made, interceptions, batted balls, deflection, the defense feeds off that. So with that being said, Ronbo, that is another key factor. I think the interior, at least on the right side between the center and the right guard, I think whoever's on that side, Armstead's having a Pro Bowl year, Defoe's having a Pro Bowl year, whoever, if they want to start running stunts on that side, will expose that side. And then lastly, Ronbo, the third key factor I'm brought up is the relationship between Matt LaFleur and Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is the, how do you want to say, the mentor of LaFleur. He got LaFleur the first. He showed LaFleur everything he knows. He's the one who got him hired because actually Saleh, right? Saleh and LaFleur are actually best friends. If you didn't know, Saleh actually got LaFleur hired with Kyle Shanahan back in the Texans because they all 3 were actually part of the Texans as I forget, like not analysts, but something with the like one of the coaches that like are kind of like nobody knows about. It's a quality control specialist. There you go. That was their job. Their quality control specialist. Saleh recommended it to Shanahan, and Shanahan got LaFleur fired. So he's been under his wing the whole time. And I think with that mentor mentality, I think it's that the master or the teacher and the student. You know what I mean? And I think that
and that's why
that type
and we got to draw you to a conclusion on that because that's the thing. Shanahan knows what he's going to do before he probably even does it.
Right, before he even does it. He's like, oh, I've seen this formation before. I know what LaFleur likes to do, all this stuff. But yeah, Ronbo. But my prediction is 31-21. I feel like the 49ers will, establish the run game and keep the ball out of Rodgers' hands so he can't do too much damage.
And that's the key
shout out
right
to my
there.
TNT brothers. Ronbo, thank you for all that you do, giving us a platform. And
thanks, man.
We're going to see tomorrow, Ronbo. It's going to be a good game, brother.
I believe it's going to be fun. All right? Shay, start your ball, fam. Yeah. I think we all agree that the 49ers actually have this team outclassed. Everybody knows Rodgers is the greatest, one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the league. But he's not going to beat you by himself. Hey, Big Joe.
What's going on, Ronbo?
We're sitting up here talking.
How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous, fam. Fabulous.
All right, give me a minute. Let me get this out the way real quick.
Right.
Shout out to the Empire, all the way from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the Niners fans all across the world. And we about to destroy these dudes tomorrow. I'm calling because I'm angry. I saw you with Seattle. I'm still pissed off about that, but I'm over that because we won. Does anybody realize that we had a bad game against the Cardinals and put up 36?
Thank you. Been trying to tell people.
Does anybody realize that? I have never seen a 9-1 team being hated on so much. And I got to deal with these Philly fans over here. My boys talking trash. Y'all ain't going to the Super Bowl. Y'all not making the Super Bowl run. They think it's other teams better than us. Excuse me. Who's the number one team in the NFC? My fault. Who's the number one team in football? Because we lost by a field goal with a backup kicker, and the Patriots got murdered in Baltimore, which I will be at next week when they play the Ravens.
Yes. Let's just tell the truth about this whole thing. Stop with all the people talking about they ain't that good.
You gotta give me a minute. I gotta vent. I'm not gonna hold you up because I know you got other callers, but you gotta let me vent.
I ain't gonna interrupt. Go ahead.
So I've never seen these analysts, ESPN, NFL Network, who else? CBS, NBC Sports, not trusting Jimmy Garoppolo. The man just threw 425 yards, and then he had 4 touchdowns. Should have had 6 if he didn't throw 2 picks.
And one got called back from Dwelly. He had 5.
One got called back.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. But I'm going to enjoy this win tomorrow. I'm going to give you my score. We're averaging 15 points a game against our defense. I'll give them 17, but we're going to be in the 40s. It's time. I told my friends, I said, one of these next 3 games, we're going to blow somebody out. It might start tomorrow. It might start in Baltimore. It might start in New Orleans. But it's time to get our respect right now.
I agree wholeheartedly. We got one blowout.
I'm straightforward. With it, Ronbo. Your show is excellent. I've been catching you. It's time for me to call in. I told you I was going to call in once a month, but now it's time for me to call in because the lack of respect that we're getting is killing me. I was out there for the Browns game when we destroyed them when people was picking the Browns. People picked the Panthers. And now Seattle just got plain old lucky. There's no other way to say it.
We missed the field goal.
They got lucky.
It's the only reason why we got away. We missed the point to take the game. No.
Yes, we did.
And then they started. And Big Joe, what they do after that? Russell Wilson is the MVP.
Yeah,
oh, good.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Interception. The 3 key things for us is we don't turn the ball over, we run the ball, and we getting Kittle and everybody back healthy. We're going to be good to go. Because our defense is ferocious. And I just never seen a team that's only one loss that everybody know we should still be undefeated. Just get so much disrespect by everybody. So I'm going to stay calm, stay mellow, and be nice. And I will be seeing you in February in Miami, sir. I'm letting you know right now. These 3 games right now coming up, we're going to get our respect. If they don't give us our respect, we're going to earn it. And that's what Niner fans, we're going to do it.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do.
Rombo, I'm enjoying your show. I got to go because I'm still mad.
All right.
San Fran all day.
You'll feel better tomorrow. Don't worry about
it. All right,
fam. I can't wait to talk to you again, Joe. Have a good night, fam. Oh, that's Big Joe, boy. He represents a lot of us, man. No matter what you do every weekend. Well, I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers because Aaron Rodgers, I just trust him more than I do Jimmy G. Excuse me? Jimmy's not coming by himself. Aaron's not coming by himself. Have you considered anything beyond just the quarterbacks? Better do that. Don't bet any money on the wrong team. Hey, 843 King Street, South Carolina. Hello.
Ronbo.
Who is this?
This is John Conyers, man. I've listened to you for like 3 years. I never called you on first time caller, man.
You see, your name is John, right?
Yeah, John. I did a couple comments a couple times, but I never called in.
Oh, well, John, glad to have you, fam. Great. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
you had some time,
man.
right? Good. All right.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this game?
You said Ronbo?
I'm saying, what are you thinking about this game coming up? I mean, the 49ers are favored by 3 points. That means it's an even-up game because you get 3 points from playing at home. So most analysts don't believe the 49ers are superior to the Green Bay Packers, and I get it. Aaron Rodgers, but that's the thing. It's all about Aaron Rodgers. Everything else the 49ers got, it's negated. You guys are a 3-point favorite, and you're lucky we're giving you that. So,
man, when I looked at the Green Bay their stats and stuff, man, from the opponents to the red zone, they have no rushing touchdown.
I know.
They don't make no long rushing touchdowns at all. Everything is from the 20 in.
Yeah.
We're rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
And then they go when they only target Adams on like 1st and 10 or 1st and 8.
Yeah, don't try to get him on third down. Yeah. I can't wait.
We're gonna crush them boys, man.
Yeah.
And Ronbo, my son my son watch you too, along with me, and he gonna tell you he gonna tell you what's up.
All right. I'm ready to hear it.
Yeah.
And what is his name? Is he on the phone? Hello?
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, little man. What's your name?
John Collins.
Are you John Jr.?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, John, you sound like a 49er fan. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You wear your red. You wear red and gold to school all the time.
Yes, sir.
All right. And did he give you a hard time? And just remember, tell him 9-1. Have
but
lots.
Ronbo, I want to go ahead and give you
Go ahead, score.
I'm gonna give you my predictions.
All right.
It's 35-14.
35-14. We're all thinking the same thing. The Packing, man, they just. I mean, when we get ready to play the Ravens, everybody's like, Ben, I'm gonna give it 21-19. Ravens. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You know what?
Man,
I'm telling you, that's the biggest test of the year.
But you know what, Ronbo? Just like the other caller was saying, I'm just sick and tired of all these networks playing us, man.
I know. And they know they're going to get us mad.
I've never seen every week, they really just want us to lose.
They really do, don't they?
And they want to see upsets.
Dudes on the NFL Network were getting all excited. I mean, they do. Dudes on the NFL Network were making a prediction. They was getting all excited. Ooh, 49ers got to deal with the Packers now. I picked the Packers in this game. Going away, they should be able to put up enough points to win this. And they're all getting all excited. So what y'all getting excited about? Oh, you work for a network and you're still going to be biased anyway, huh? And clearly, you can't wait to see somebody come in with the 49ers. I hope they beat the brakes off the Packers, man. Don't just beat them, humiliate them. Now, networks, y'all can stop jumping up and down now, can't you? God, it's just nasty.
That's right. Hey, Ronbo, before I get off, can I get me a Niner? Holla.
Oh, God, yes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Niners!
Oh, yeah.
Beat them Packers, man.
Yeah.
Make them networks shut up.
Me and my son enjoy your show. You keep on doing what you're doing, Ronbo.
Thanks, man.
And we love singing Ooh La La with you during the game.
We're going to be singing it tomorrow night. I'm telling you, John. Get ready for that.
All right.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a good night. Oh, man. Oh, and it's Dollar Bill Will. Come on in, Will.
Ronbo, what it do, man?
Oh, Will, man. I'm telling you, man, everybody's feeling the same thing. But why we can't? How come people can't talk about, well, the Packers are going to have to go in and face the 9-1 49ers? Why instead, well, this looks like a game the 49ers may finally have met their match. What is y'all talking about? We're the number one team in the NFC, not the Packers. Stop. They won't stop, Will. They ain't going to stop, man. We could get all the way to the Super Bowl, could be over. Well, the 49ers had a good year against a bunch of teams that weren't really having a good year, and they've won the Super Bowl. Oh, my God. You will not stop. They won't, Will. They won't.
Mama, let me just tell you, you know this saying people used to say, people still saying it today. When you got a lot of people hating on you, that means you're doing something right.
Cheers.
Can't nobody hate on you when you're down and you're doing bad and stuff. So
No reason. You
You
ain't getting
know,
nobody's
the only
attention.
way people can hate on you is when you're succeeding and you're doing good. So,
Yeah.
hey man,
Let them do it.
let them hate. You know, we've been going through this. We've been talking about this since the beginning of time. No one's not gonna give us a shot. No one's not gonna give us praise. Even if we do, you know, win the Super Bowl, people still gonna crucify us. So
Oh, yeah.
it is what it is, man. At the end of the day,
They
we're
didn't play
9-1. We're on top. We're on top of the NFC. You know what I'm saying? As long as we 9-1, they can hate all they want.
Yeah, you done.
Let them hate. I mean, we might as well just laugh at it because it's, you know, Jason Whitlock, his fat hamburger,
Oh,
cheese
man. His
hamburger eating
head
ass.
gets bigger every week, too. My God.
Stephen A. Smith with his hairline receding. You know, uh, he never knows what the hell he's talking about. But they gave him a big ESPN
Raise.
contract worth millions of dollars.
I
You
heard.
know, and he never knows what he's talking about. So, you know, and let me ask you something, Ronbo. When a team stops your running game, what you got to do? You throw the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ball comes out of whose hands when you throw the football? Which position? The quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's, absolutely right. Yeah.
All right. So there it is.
There
Jimmy
it is.
Garoppolo proves that, man. He proved in the Steelers game. He proved in the Cardinals game in Arizona, and he proved it this past Sunday against the Cardinals again.
Nobody
Jimmy G
appreciates it. They
is
don't
a good
appreciate it.
quarterback. His future is bright. The ceiling is high for them. He hasn't even played his best ball yet. So the NFL better get ready for Jimmy G.
That's
But
right.
on to the 49 Green Bay game, man. It's a big plus to have Kittle, Debo, and Emmanuel Sanders in this game. That's a big plus because you know Debo has help now. You know, with
Yes,
him,
indeed.
you know, Kendrick Bourne out there.
Oh yeah. How can I forget about
Bourne.
Red Zone Kendrick? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You got Bourne, and then Sanders back in the lineup. You know, that should help Debo out. So all three of them gonna eat. The offensive line, they're gonna have to play sound football, man, because you got the Smith brothers. You got Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith. They have been putting pressure on teams off the edge all season so far. So I think School and McGlinchey are gonna have to be on their A game, and the whole offensive line as a whole has to be fundamentally sound.
And get that
No
run
flags,
going.
no holding, man.
Just
You know, hold your man down. Well, don't say hold. Well, block your man down for at least 1 or 2 seconds until Jimmy gets the ball off. That's all you got to do. So the running game is going to be back up and running, man. George Kittle back in the lineup will unlock the 8-man box. So when you got the team, you got the Packers thinking about coming with eight guys in the box, you're going to have a problem.
I hope they do.
You're going to have Kittle out
I
there
hope they
running
forget.
routes on you. Then you're going to have Debo, Bourne, and Emmanuel Sanders out there running routes. They're going to eat. So you can bring 8 men in the box if you want to.
Please do.
Trust me, they going to eat. All three of them going to eat, even Kittle. So with that being said, they're not going to do that. So since they're not going to do that, the running game's going to be wide open, man. Coleman and Mostert in the eat, man. And don't forget, Mostert has a resume of slicing up the Green Bay Packers. He did it last year against the Packers.
I remember that.
He ran up and down the field against the Packers, man. So Mostert's going to have a good game as well as Coleman. So this game is at home. Levi Stadium is going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking even louder just due to the fact that these are two winning record teams going at each other. So
8-2, 9-1. You know. Will, I need to collect that score from you, fam. What is that going to be?
31-20.
Yeah, I like that. Just keep it around that 20 points we like to get.
You know, Aaron Rodgers still Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's gonna do his. You know, he's gonna do this. He's gonna do a little this and a little that. You know, but I think that this defense, I don't think they can compete with this type of defense. The Chargers exposed them with the same defense that we had. So I don't see them doing it. Right. And then you got the younger brother better than the older brother, so it's really gonna be a problem. So
all right. Well, let's finish talking about this tomorrow night, will you? We'll see you tomorrow night. Go ahead and give us that sign out.
All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fan, man. My player partner, Dre, Trey, Big Show, Russo, Jay Fresh, Daniel, Red 49, his Shay Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, man. Jersey Joe, Rico, Sewell, Coach Tim, the Hulk, she, all them guys, man. Big Show. Hey, man, F the Rams, F Rudy. They lost Super Bowl, only scored 3 points. Got 55 points put on by the Bucks, who we beat 31-17. San Francisco 49ers beat the Rams earlier this season, 20-7, and only had 7 points. Had Kyle Shanahan, had Sean McVay pissing in his pants by Kyle Shanahan, and the Rams are bankrupt. All right, Ronbo.
All right, Will. I'll see you tomorrow, Will.
All right.
Hey, all right, man. And John Miller, want to thank you, John. John says 49ers 34, Green Bay 17, Bosa 2 sacks, Sherman an INT, Witherspoon an INT. I really do see a full demolition going on tomorrow. Especially the team's going to be all fired up because George is back. This is going to be an interesting game tomorrow night. And you see, because the Pack barely beat the 49ers last year. And we was running a makeshift team. Hey, I said, hey, Jim.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Jim, we're sitting back here. We're sitting laughing and we're standing, not resting on our laurels. Standing on our laurels saying things like, beat the Pack and beat them up. Don't just beat them, beat them up.
Yeah.
But Jim, what are you thinking?
I still think it's going to be a close game, though. But, I'm liking it's kind of scary to have this historical 3-game stretch where I think we got teams that have an 80% plus win percentage.
Oh, I know.
But,
it's scary.
it'd be a little, I think it's going to be great playoff experience for a young team that doesn't have playoff experience. So I think it's setting us up for the future.
True. 3
Do you
playoff
agree?
teams.
I mean, it is scary, but I'm liking it.
Absolutely.
You got to take the challenge, and if head first.
It's great experience. Great experience. And especially they can get confidence by winning these games. Win those games, then there's nobody can really beat you unless you don't execute and do everything you're supposed to do. You'll win. You're that strong. It'll be realized in their minds, and that's 80% of the battle right there. It sure is.
What are they going to say when we beat these teams? I mean,
look at excuses.
I remember when we first got Jimmy, they hyped Jimmy up. Now they're giving him, he throws ill-advised INTs, hasn't played a full season, clearly, obviously hasn't won a playoff game. What if he does all those things? What are they going to say next?
They'll have to finally acknowledge him. They'll do it begrudgingly. Well, due to Kyle Shanahan's play calling, I think I could get out there and quarterback. They're gonna do these things. They come up with these things. It just drives you nuts. They let them do it. Winning is winning.
I think a lot of it is just TV too, because you always see the Kellermans and the Stephen A's. They always have opposing opinions. They can't always disagree. So I think it's just a lot of TV.
True. Very true. And
I think Rodgers in this next game, he's elusive, but he's not the kind of elusive that I'm scared of. As far as we've got the speed to get him, we've had trouble against Fuller
the scat running backs, the scat quarterbacks, I say.
But I don't think he's got enough. He's elusive, but I don't think he has enough speed to make the 34-yard scrambling run.
I know he's not going to do that. Rodgers is very smart, though. If you leave a gap for him to run in, he'll go ahead and run. But, other than that, that's the biggest running threat he poses. And he manipulates and negotiates the pocket really well. Probably better than anybody in the league. But with the swarming
maybe better than anyone ever.
We're going to have. Yeah, maybe better than anybody ever. With the swarming defense we got, though, those 3 guys in the middle and the edges, there's no escape routes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only way you can counter us is if you have maybe one of 2 speed that is unheard of.
Yeah. Otherwise.
And so I just want to piggyback on one of the other callers talking about how Jimmy threw for I think it was 424 yards last game. I don't know if you remember, but he actually threw for 420 yards. I think it was in 3 quarters, because after the first quarter, I think he only had 4 yards passing.
Wait, who are we talking about?
The last game against the Cardinals.
Jimmy? Yeah.
He had a total of 424 yards, but I think we only had 4 yards passing after the first quarter. So that means we had 420 yards in 3 quarters.
Wait a minute. What was you said only 4? How many yards in the first quarter did you say?
I think we only had 4 after
Really?
the first quarter.
Yeah,
the first, I don't remember, but we were getting our ass kicked in the first quarter.
Yeah, the score was, that's true. We weren't moving the ball very well in the first quarter. That's true. Yeah.
We barely even had possession of the ball. I think they came out and had the ball for like the first 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh, they kept us on the bench. You know, here's the thing about Jimmy G. People have to realize, and I'm noticing that about him. If Jimmy feels slighted or embarrassed, look out. Look out then. He felt embarrassed about that INT, and he came back guns a-blazing. He won't back off. That's what I like about him most. INT does not mean a thing to him. In fact, you might not want him through an INT because then he comes back and he'll really get you. See, that's what I like about Jimmy G. He makes up for his mistakes.
And he doesn't. He hasn't thrown a lot of I mean, we've had
in crucial positions.
I don't mind the INTs aren't as scary as the fumbles he's had.
Well, he's only had a couple of those too, because that was in one game when our offensive line could not do anything with the Hawks. But fumbles, Jimmy's not famous for fumbles. I got to go look at that. He can't have more than 3 this year. But that's, you know. But, hey,
I think we had 2 in one game, so.
Well, that's what I mean. And do you remember a lot of other games with him fumbling the ball?
You know, no, but I want to say he's got a little, maybe just a touch over 3.
Maybe. I'm going to check into it and get back to you. But Jim, we got to get your score because we're going to run out of time. give me your score on this game.
31-28, and I think the Packers are just going to score some garbage time points. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on where's Hurd at? Is he coming back or what?
No, probably not.
Thanks, bud.
They're saying now we should realistically believe Jalen will not be back this season. He was supposed to come back 2 weeks ago. There was some other complication. It's a back injury. They got to be real careful. It's the 3rd round. We'd pick him up 3rd round, 3rd round pick. Yeah, they got to be careful, Jalen Hurd, because the guy's going to be a monster. But you got to let him heal up. Jim, appreciate you, fam.
Give a shout out to the fam.
All right.
All right, buddy.
All right, fam. Have a good night. All right, and quickly we move to Linwood.
What's up, Ryan Bleezy?
Linwood, you know, fam, it's looking like every team we play, it's about them who needs to look out. Every week they say, well, the 49ers, this could be it. Why is it the best team in the NFC has always got to be careful of everybody else? Ooh, we're so scared. Linwood, address this. And tell me, what is your score going to be?
Well, you want me to start with the score? I will do that easily.
All right.
The score is going to be 34-17 San Fran. We're going to reestablish that run with Juice and George Kittle. And we're going to run the scoreboard up. We're going to start out early, power running. They're going to try and load the box, but we're going to burn them on play actions, Kittle over the middle, and screen plays to make them regress back. So, all right, we're going to drop our defense back, and then we're going to burn them with a run game again.
There you go. Because then what you point out, if you look at the Packers, and I advise everybody to go look at the Packers, that defense is easily fooled. If you're going to be fooled that easily, Kyle Shanahan's going to clown you. I'm looking forward to this game being very comical at times.
Yeah,
you know?
My score is based off of a touchdown by a tight end, a touchdown by a wide receiver, 2 touchdowns by running back committee, and that's just to start it, and then at least 2 field goals in there. So, I mean, I think we're going to run away with this game. The only downside is if we don't get off to a fast start, they load the box just like Arizona and Seattle did, and they try that approach. And when they don't jump out to that fast start, Green Bay could maybe jump out to that early lead, and then we do just like we did the last couple weeks, dominate it after that. I expect us to come out strong, hard, swinging for the fences, because Green Bay is going to have to. Do you just keep up with us?
I agree. And I couldn't have put it better myself. Like that stuff. Because I want to see the 49ers get that run game going, though. We really do have to get back to the run. Everything Kyle does, his best stuff, comes off of that play action. So you got to get that back. I don't want Jimmy standing under center, waiting for the ends to come and get him. I hate when he does that for long periods of time. Roll him out of that pocket. Kyle, where's my play action? Give me some bootleg, man. You know, this is what is best.
In the defense, we're going to run the defense. They're going to be a lot more well-rested because we're going to be running the ball a little bit better. To put all that extra pressure on Aaron Rodgers to eliminate him out of the game. and stop that run.
Mm-hmm.
And once we jump out to an early lead, what I'm preaching for, early lead, eliminate the run game. To keep up with the 49ers, you're going to have to throw that ball.
And make the Packers
Nick
throw.
Bosa in the pass rush.
Yeah.
So that's the game plan that I think that I want the 49ers to run. I think that's their approach, and I hope that they orchestrate that to the T. And I think we should dominate this game, Ronbo. I really do.
And I mean, you know what? But I think 4 quarters of just steady, we got you guys. Give up, Pack.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers, he's got theatrics. He's going to come up with some stuff, but I don't see it winning. So I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, they'll have a play here and there, but a dominant dose. And when I see by a dominant dose, Ronbo, when I'm predicting 34-17, those points for the Green Bay Packers are at the end of the game when Nick Mullins comes in to relieve.
Oh, God.
Garoppolo
They don't want to see
duty.
Mullins. Because remember, CJ almost beat him last
year.
Robo.
This is how strong I feel about this game. They could call Jimmy Garoppolo out for this game.
Oh.
And I think Nick Mullins could carve that defense up.
You know,
I think Garoppolo is going to shine, brother.
Mm-hmm. As I say, the
And our
Panthers only
defense.
lost that game because of the penalties. Otherwise, Panthers beat the Packers, man. So,
Yeah, I know.
That's all right.
So we might be looking at another 50 burger. I'm just saying.
He did not say that, did he? A 50 burger? A 50 burger?
We might be
Levi's
looking
will
at
go
it, but
nuts.
I'm being modest with the 34-17. If we jump out like we should, power running the football, jump out to the lead like we did on Carolina,
boom,
and it just opens the floodgates. We'll manhandle Aaron Rodgers and the crew.
Linwood, I'm going to tell you right now, start practicing your ooh la la. I'll see you tomorrow night, and we can sing in chorus.
All right? You'll have to see me after the game. I'm actually going to the game. My younger sister's husband is a Green Bay Packer diehard. He's from Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin. His family is diehard. They got the brick in the wall out there.
Of course, the
I'm going to
cheese
enjoy
hats.
every minute of it.
Hey.
I might be banned out of that household, Ronbo.
That's okay. It's a nice band. It's an honorable band. All right, Linwood. Let me see you tomorrow,
exactly.
fam. All right. It'll be good. Hey, call us because we'll hear from you after the game. All right?
I will do, Ronbo.
All right,
And
Linwood.
Niners, 34-17.
There you go. We got it. All
Ronbo
right.
Sports. Good hearing from you again, Ronbo.
Thanks,
Love hearing
fam.
you. I know I haven't been in a while, but
Yes, indeed.
Woo! Whoop ass.
There you go.
Sunday night.
Linwood,
Bye,
enjoy
fam.
that game, fam. All right. And we go to Emilio.
What's happening?
You know. And Emilio, I always love to get your spin on this. Now, I know we're all thinking that the Packers just ain't packing the right kind of ammunition.
Before you start, I want to give praise to one guy. I don't know why nobody's talking about it. We should be talking about it. Our old running back, Mr. Frankie G, Frankie Tank.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm gonna try to watch that game. I want to see that man get his.
Hey, has he got a record
Get
coming
those,
up?
Get those 40. Yeah. He's about to surpass Walter Payton. All he needs is 46 yards.
God.
He be the third all-time running back. I don't see why nobody giving them praises right now. I know we got the cheese heads coming up, but man, we got to give that guy praise.
But you know what?
We got to root for Gordon.
It's not being publicized enough. After he does it, though, it'll be all over the internet, though. So, yeah. But
Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm on the radio with the radio.
Right. Emilio's at work. Because, you know, Frank Gore, man, I had no idea he was approaching another milestone. Boy, Frankie, and he's probably going to play 5 more years. Frank Gore is not human. Good God.
No, he just might. But I give Frank Gore maybe 2 years or anything. But no.
And he'll still be talking about I can play.
That, I was like, wow.
He'll take a year off and come back. Emilio, talk about this game with the Green Bay Packers. All right, we're only favored by 3 points to win this game.
I mean, it makes sense to somewhat even teams. So the
Mm-hmm.
I think it was way better than everybody thinks.
Well, yeah. Is there any way you can move to another spot because your voice is fading in and out? You need a hotter Wi-Fi spot. Can you find one?
Can you hear me now?
Not bad. Go ahead. Anyway, talk about how we can't get the credit we need and that we should win this game and stop trying to say we're not any better than the Green Bay Packers.
I mean, we're kind of somewhat even team if you really look at it. But mostly for that is because it is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Well, that's what gives them extra points. Look down the rest of the lineup, though.
I mean, it's just very, I don't know. Like I said, the thing is just because it's a big-ass rivalry since the 90s.
Yeah.
That's another thing they're looking at.
Yeah.
So they kind of want to keep hyping that up between Young and Brett Favre, and it's been so years now. Aaron Rodgers with our different quarterbacks with bad legs, with Kaepernick. Now it's going to be Garoppolo. So it's just all it is. It's more a playoff rivalry than anything. It's not really.
Playoffs already started. Yeah. The next 3 weeks, all playoff.
I'm just saying is what, thinking like the Cowboys and the Rams, all those are just regular season rivalries. But when it comes to Green Bay, it's always been a playoff rivalry, no matter where we see, no matter where we're at. It's always been a rivalry in the playoffs. So that's why kind of they're hyping it up. I'm surprised we even flexed out a different game. I mean, this one makes sense because, like I said, it's supposed to be like a preview of the playoffs. And Aaron Rodgers already said, man, I want to beat the 49ers now because I know I'm going to have to play them again. And if I do play them again, I want to play them in the playoffs in Lambeau. So it makes sense why they flexed the game out and why we're playing the game now. And it's on Sunday night. Right. Today, it is the preview because we could be playing them again.
And for sure.
The playoffs.
As we can collect his finishing scores. Give me your score for tomorrow, and I'm going to look for you tomorrow.
For me, I think we'll win, but I think maybe 10 points. I'll say 27-17. Oh, matter of fact, yeah.
27-17? All right, I'm putting you down.
Yeah.
It's official. 27-17, E-me-go. All right, fam.
Jimmy, I'm trying to move out your way.
Yeah.
Really, go ahead. Take care of that because we got to go. All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Boy, maybe the boss is probably, you see that dude? I'm trying to move out your way. Man, you can't talk on the phone at work, man. Somebody go get mad. AJ, come on in, AJ. AJ. J. Is that right?
Hey, my bad. I had you on mute, man, out of respect.
Appreciate that.
Go to the bathroom or do something, man. He got that noise rack. Oh, man.
No, Emilio's at work.
That's the point. Take it out of the bathroom. Right? God damn. All you hear is clackety clack, click clack. Oh, well, Ronbo, I want to let you know, all I'm hearing is fucking clackety click clack. I mean, damn, bro. Give him a little phone etiquette. I get it. Then you want to do work and be on Ronbo.
He just had a few things he had to say. But AJ, what do you got to say, AJ? Because see, here's the thing. Green Bay, and I know you usually enter these things with caution. You probably do not feel the 49ers have any advantages, and if they have any, they're very small. Knowing AJ's very careful about these things. AJ, what are you thinking?
No, I think Ronbo, our team needs to be reevaluated on stopping the run because we ain't that good.
Hey, I agree. I really do agree with that.
We have some issues. I don't know why. Maybe because DJ Jones got hurt. I don't know. Maybe the middle ain't closing the gap as they used to in practice, and then it's showing up in the field as well. Something's going on with that solid defense for stopping the run. Maybe he's just not talking to them in their face good enough or something.
It's the middle. DJ Jones is back. It seems we have our best success with the middle when Jones is in the middle. Because they can't run from side to side because our linebackers are pretty quick. But penetration at the middle has been a little suspect.
But I thought Solomon Thomas was a middle guy. I mean, they used him on the edge a few times, I guess. But what happened to him being in the middle?
And Solomon's supposed to be a stopper too. He has his moments, but he's not real consistent about that. He's okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
We might get rid of him then next year.
Yeah, well, I tell you, if I got to get between Solomon Thomas and Eric Armstead, if I got to make a choice,
I'm taking Eric Armstead.
Yeah, Solomon, man, I love you, man. $50,000, you know my man. But I got to go ahead. You know, it's football, and you know how it goes. So you'll be okay though. A lot of teams out there need you.
Yeah,
you know.
For sure. Yeah. And I think we got some work cut out. But we at home, that helps a little bit. But you know, Green Bay fans gonna probably travel. That'll make them like overtaking our stadium. But they ain't gonna overtake it though.
And AJ, can you imagine though a dude sitting in front with that cheese on his head? I might have an issue with that. I'd have to accidentally smack it off his head and act like I didn't do it. Man, this ain't Lambo, man. Put that cheese up on your head, boy.
Right? Get that cheese out of here. But I think we're gonna have a win. I know that. I already knew that Green Bay is not gonna be able to stop us some kind of way.
Yeah.
Kyle was gonna bring out his best of his abilities to probably get the W. But I mean, I know we got some fiery players ready to fire up on Aaron Rodgers. But that dude's hard to stop because he's quick with the pass. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be a battle. You know, he battles it out. He's a tough cookie. He's from California. He's gonna want to win.
Still mad,
and they need to win. They need to win more than we do.
Actually. And somebody said he's still mad about not being picked up by the 49ers in the draft way back in the day. And you know what? He even says it too. I thought, man, y'all exaggerate, man. Aaron got over that a long time ago. The man has got a Super Bowl. No, he's still feeling it about the 49ers passing him up in the draft for Alex Smith. He really is.
Hey, but wouldn't you? If you know Aaron Rodgers, if you know how good you were from the beginning of college, and you liked the team since you was a kid as a Niner fan, then the team that could have got you was there for the pick. They didn't pick you like, man.
But it was such a long time ago.
I'm a Niner lover.
Tom Brady's not mad. Tom still loves the 49ers. That's all right. Eric can come on in tomorrow. He ain't getting away with this one. So
we're gonna have some struggles probably in the second half. I hope not.
No.
We don't do
first
well,
half. AJ, first half.
First half, no.
Yeah, because the 49ers seem to have trouble getting started. Kyle goes in the locker room and they come out a different team. If we're going to have problems, guarantee you it's going to be in the first half. We'll get off to a slow start. Aaron Jones will get a big chunk of yards ran. They may go up 7-0. And the 49ers come back with 3 points. But then as the game goes on, they'll get slower and slower, and the 49ers start kicking the butt. But AJ, let me get the score, fam.
Though, bro.
I know, but it won't be too late. They're not that good. But AJ, let me get the score.
Half because I don't even know, man. I'm a shake and bake with the score. I'll give you that. But one last thing, bro. You saying the first half, look, I feel like the first half we're gonna do a little bit better. But the second half, the way Aaron Rodgers come out and the way Robert Stella's defense, I don't know. It's all up in here. It's just all.
Mark my words.
I don't know.
Tomorrow, watch what I say. Watch.
It's a Sunday night game, so you might be right. But that morning, I remember we had problems when we went across the East Coast. But yeah, I give it 15-28.
All right, 28-15.
Niners win.
Niners on that 52. All right, AJ, let me see tomorrow, fam, so we can talk about your score. All right.
Oh man, that's for sure. I'm gonna watch this game on some Samuel Adams, man, and you do the same. Good show, man.
Samuel Adams.
You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
All right, bro.
All right, fam. Good night, AJ. And there he is, Dre Phantom. Dre Phantom. Hey, Dre, man, we gotta get you. You gotta audition for the next Avengers movie with that name, man. They gotta use that name. Dre,
I'm ready for it too.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Likewise.
Man.
It's been a minute. I've been trying to get in, but I haven't been able to stay on hold as long as usual. So I was able to tap in with you tonight.
Delighted. So you got Green Bay, and it's the thing, Dre, because Green Bay has a reputation. They got a Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. And, we've been rivaling with these guys for years and years. And immediately everybody, Green Bay. But, Dre, let us look at this situation for what it is. People need to start saying, Niners, 9-1. It's hard to luck up and win 9 games. But what are you thinking?
I totally agree with you, man. And it's funny, as I was on hold, I was actually scrolling through some of the Instagram stories, and Ushchek actually said the same thing. Was that, hey, these teams got to remember they got to play us, and this was something that he said recently. So
yes,
that's the truth, and that's what it is. They got to suit up, and then everybody worried about our 3-game schedule, but are they focusing on who else the Ravens got to play? The Seahawks still got to win. They've got to win their game still,
So
like,
what?
so
yeah, I mean, like we're the only ones. We can't handle it. God, why?
Right. It's super annoying. Hey, but you know what? I was also the other day I went and watched the highlights of us playing them last year, and I know teams change drastically. Look at us this year.
I know.
So you can't really look at it last year, but I was like, man, who I think was that CJ?
CJ
Beathard. He was dicing them up last year.
Mm-hmm. He
was dicing them up,
and
right, Marquise was looking like an all-pro, you know what I mean? So I'm like, where's Keith this year? But
I know he's got a lot of problems going on. His mind is just not on the game, I don't think. We've seen him play way better than he's playing now. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. Yeah, no, but that was it, man. Just really tapping in. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And then it seems like every time I feel like I got an identity on what the game is going to be like, it's completely opposite of what I'm thinking. So that part is interesting as well. Like, yeah, we should have this one, and it'd be a nail biter. So, but hey, I'm confident though we should be able to get this one out.
And you know what happened, Dre? We got used to these nail biters because when George Kittle went down, from that point on, and Emmanuel Sanders gets hurt, from that point on, Matty B's out. These guys on offense, they destroy defenses. And when we lose them, now we're battling. It's a fight now. But they refuse to lose. That's what I like about the winners. Now you got George coming back. You got Emmanuel coming back. I mean, the run game is going to be fine as long as we got those guys up there blocking. I got McGlinchey in his 3rd game. I got a feeling he's going to be okay. We got Juice back in the lineup. I think that offense is going to look a lot more like it did 4 or 5 weeks ago in this Sunday night. I hope, because if that be the case, boy, Green Bay walked into a buzzsaw.
Exactly. Exactly, because full strength, we definitely a problem. And, the fact that, like you said, we fighting through these games with all these injuries and still finding ways to win. Like, the character building is just crazy for us this year, and I love it.
It's the bottom line.
Enjoying this year like crazy.
Well, Dre, let me get your score, because I'm what are you thinking?
I'm gonna say 30-17.
I like it. I love it if people keep them under 20. That's our number. Get back to keep the teams under 20.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, Dre,
yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Same here, fam. Missed you. Get you back in here tomorrow if you get a chance, huh? All right.
Will do, man. Will do.
Right. Night, Dre. Peace. Let's bounce on it. It's Roberto.
Ronbo.
Roberto. Roberto, you know what? We got to get you a mic and headset that works. Bro, hey, keep that mouthpiece up close to your face.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Roberto, what is on your mind tonight? What have you got going on? You got the Packers coming into town. Roberto, how do you see this annihilation, this butt whooping, this beat down of the green and the cheese? What do you think is going to happen here?
Man, we're gonna cut. Aaron Rodgers into cheese pieces, and we're gonna make cheese quesadillas tomorrow, man. Tomorrow, hey, tomorrow we're gonna give the defense uh cheese quesadillas in plates, man. Like here you go, here you go, here you go. One plate for you, one plate for you, one plate for you.
Don't get me started on this. And you're not going to be able to tell the Packers from, like, when they're spread out all the field after Rodgers gets smeared, it's going to look like guacamole. You know what I mean? Just green and smeared out, you know?
Man.
Oh.
I'm gonna invite the defense. I'm gonna invite you to the Mexican party tomorrow. We're gonna make enchiladas, tacos,
Oh.
some Niner strippers. We're gonna do a big.
Hey, Roberto, Roberto, there's no such thing as Niners strippers. But unless you know something I don't know, why? You know what? Share with us. Where do you find them? No, never mind. I just realized, Roberto, we have children watching. We don't talk about that particular profession. Hey, Roberto. Okay. Roberto, okay, how many INTs for Richard Sherman?
I think like 5.
5 INTs? That means every time Aaron throws the ball, Sherman's going to pick him off? I like it, though. I like it a lot. Hey, give me some sack totals. How many? Hey, Nick Bosa, his brother got 1.5. He's got to do better than Joey did against Aaron. How many sacks for Nick?
Ooh, man, I think I got like 4 sacks.
I like that. I need 3. If I get 3 of them, oh man.
I'll give him another sack, so that's 4 sacks.
All right. Hey, D-Buck. Maybe, okay, tell you what. It's got to be a half a sack because Nick and D-Buck are going to join forces on this particular night. So it's got to be like, let's give Nick 3.5. How many has Buck got?
He's gonna get 10.
I like the way.
Because you know what? You know why I say 10? Because remember last year, Buckner got an Aaron Rodgers ass.
He got Aaron.
We made so that's why I'm gonna give him 10.
There you go.
Remember Buckner got on his ass. Aaron Rodgers was crying like the Reds. Oh no!
Yeah, they bumped his head. Hey, Roberto.
Oh shit! What up?
I need Roberto. Give me a score because I got to keep moving so to keep everybody waiting because I know you waited a long time. All right, what's the score on this game?
I'll say a 60-17.
I like it, Roberto. Roberto, hey, I hope you win too, man. I can tell you what, if you do, but you're gonna be everybody's hero. Roberto, we're gonna go because I'm trying to get as many people because I got to get out of here in a little bit. But I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, somebody want to say what's up to you, man?
Who's that?
It's Ronbo Jr., baby. Look.
That's his name is Ronbo Jr. I love it. Roberto, you and Ronbo Jr. You go.
Shout out to my man Ronbo, my dog. Now I miss you, man. And the love. Okay.
Love.
And then, baby.
Love back at you, fam. All right, Roberto. Have a good night, bro. All right. Ronbo Jr. I love it. Raymond. Got it. Raymond?
What's up, Ronbo?
Yo, Raymond. Man, I'm glad we got here early tonight. Give Raymond a shot because I know you and the kids, we got things to do. You can't be cutting out talking football all the time. Raymond.
Oh no, I always got time. I always got time for the Niners. It's just sometimes, y'all taking a long time because you get more popular as we win. It's a lot of people that come on that don't come around when we be losing, but
I know
we
it's just
still
us.
love them like that.
It was just us in 2017, 2018.
Yeah, it was easier to get on. Now you got to wait an hour and a half. But you know what, Ronbo, I appreciate the platform and the opportunity you give us as fans, man, to make it feel like we matter. So, shout out to Ronbo for that, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Raymond.
But ain't nobody worried about no Packers, man. Aaron Rodgers can't move. The only quarterbacks that do something on us is the ones you can't contain in the pocket, like the little fast ones, man. They taking over the league. I heard somebody earlier say Lamar Jackson hype. No, that ain't no hype. That's shit real. We had Colin Kaepernick. We had to take a version of that. Went to the Super Bowl with that. So, so that wins in this league. So that's the only ones I'm really worried about. It's gonna be a good game on our part. I think we're gonna blow people out. We could have been blowing people out if these receivers catch the ball, man. We've been winning with 9 drops.
But everybody blames Jimmy. That's all Jimmy's fault. Receivers dropping the ball right and left. That's Jimmy's fault.
They don't understand how when he a first year. This like his first full year starting last year. He got hurt. 3 games. Like he gonna make mistakes. But he not perfect. So I'm ready to see this Aaron Rodgers, what they gonna do. We gonna roll coverage to Devontae Adams and let's get him. We gonna go get Aaron Rodgers. He can't move like the young boy.
But you know what though? K1, either K1 or Sherm on Devontae, he ain't gonna have no day full of padding, no stats. I already know that. So go ahead, send him out there.
And the reason people say the 49ers run game slowed down, man, that's a shout out to Kyle Shanahan. Man, he's not stupid. He's not about to keep running the ball when they got 8 men in the box. You know why you think they got 8 men in the box? Because they're running on everybody. It's hard for them to stop the run game. So now we got to let them see that Jimmy G could beat him, which he been doing. He been putting up nice games. So he got to keep doing it. And then once he get that respect, then how they going to play us? They can't stop both.
I hope they stack it tomorrow. And Kyle, Kyle's seen that for how many weeks in a row?
Beat them again.
Oh, they're going to be ready for that. Go ahead, stack it up.
We play how the defense want to play. That's why I like Kyle Shanahan. He play how the defense going to play. He going to take what they give him. You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to take the run away. That's why we ain't been running. Duh.
Yeah, because they know that's the 49ers' biggest strength.
Run when they got 8 people in the box and he's steady running anyway. We don't got Adrian Peterson.
I know. I was thinking about Adrian too. Adrian said you can put 9 in that box if you want to, because I'm coming in.
Yeah, but we don't got that.
I know.
The stupid coach that do that.
Get your running back.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait to this game so we can shut up some people like Stephen A. Smith. Keep calling my boy porn star Jimmy. He was just talking to that girl, man. He was with that girl.
And
he ain't no damn porn star.
I know, man.
We gonna earn our respect, man. They gonna see. They gonna see. We gonna beat them. Might have a hard time with Lamar because he's a running quarterback, and then we gonna beat Drew Brees.
Yeah, really.
And then we gonna beat Matt Ryan.
I agree.
Like, come on, man. They're not going. If they can't run away from Bosa, if they can't get away, they're out of here. Not just Bosa, man. But we got. I think we got
a whole lot of all in first round picks
in the NFL, man.
Yeah.
Armstead,
took his game up a notch.
Solomon Thomas been playing good.
Yeah.
D4 got hurt, man. We need him, and I wish we had Kawan Alexander. CD. To me, that's my biggest concern right there.
I know.
That spot right
run.
there. Because that's the person that got to check the running backs and stuff coming out the backfield. We got to be ready for that.
But Greenlaw,
so that's my biggest concern.
He's learning quick. I like Greenlaw. I like him. I think he can handle this.
Yeah, but that's my biggest
you got Fred back there. Yeah, I agree, though.
And Richard Sherman. And Richard Sherman.
Yeah. See, these guys keep it all together.
Yeah, that's my biggest. Richard Sherman too, man. He keeps getting torched out there.
Yeah,
he getting torched, man.
I don't understand. And Sherm knows better. On some plays, it's like he didn't read it right. When Sherm stops reading plays, that's always been his strength, Raymond. Sherman ain't fast, but he's smart. And he's been getting outsmarted. Now I said, what? This ain't Sherm.
Well, he got Aaron Rodgers coming. If he know it's good for him, Aaron Rodgers will get that ball out quick.
Mm-hmm.
So You know, if he knows it's good for him, he got no choice but to get that ball off quick.
Well,
See, that's what makes us good this year, man. That's defensive line, man. Man, I'm so happy we got the defensive line we got. That's what making us better. It's that defensive line.
Well, Raymond, I need to get that score from you because we go and look for you tomorrow. But what do you think?
Well, the 49ers are going to score 30, you know.
Okay.
And I think we're going to beat them up. We're going to beat them up.
I really do.
They're going to get 10, man.
It's like that Chargers
Hey, do you know that Aaron Rodgers and them should have lost to Detroit, but the Detroit referees cheated? That might watch them refs tomorrow, man. They might.
Hey,
cheat,
you know
watch
you're right.
Them refs tomorrow.
The refs cheated against the Panthers too. That man didn't.
Yeah, man.
What's his name didn't fall on top of Rodgers? Man, okay. Well, you know, right? If I hope the refs don't do that tomorrow. Raymond, I'll see you tomorrow, fam. Hopefully you get a chance.
All right,
You'll be
Ronbo.
late. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
Go Niners, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Raymond. Love it to get in here. Talk to you later.
Yep. All right.
And I'm going to check out Bill. Bill!
Can you hear me, Ronbo?
Loud and clear.
All right, I'm going to make some things really quick and a quick statement.
Hey, wait. Get
When I
ready.
got off that
Bill's observations are always sudden shock. So prepare. Brace yourself. All right, Bill, go ahead.
All right. I mean, there's an old saying, he who forgets the past attempts to repeat the past. So I'm going to get on to this before I even get to the Packers. I know that I don't think there's only but one person on that team since 2012 when we lost the Super Bowl to the Ravens. One person. Can you name what one person we have on the 49ers that was in that Super Bowl that we still got?
Joe Staley.
Joe Staley, actually, okay, you're right, but there's two, actually. I take that back, too. You're right, but there's two. Do not forget about what happened in the Super Bowl. That is Jed York.
Oh, yeah?
Jed
York.
Jed York. I'm going to put this out there like this. All right, the Baltimore Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. We're going to meet them if we go into the Super Bowl. It's a bunch of hype. I'm telling you, Brady's going to fall to the Cowboys, most likely. If he does, if they do win, they're going to be injuries. The only one that's going to really be able to knock off the Patriots is the Ravens. And the Chiefs are going to fall. Kansas City's going to have the Madden curse. And then nobody's going to be able to beat New England and Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. So we need to embrace ourselves for the Ravens twice. All right? And I've already looked at this. I've watched it. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going to meet the Ravens. If Brady loses to the Cowboys on Sunday, they're going to meet the Ravens. Is how it's going to go.
Bill, I don't understand the connection between them losing to the Cowboys because they'll be 9-2.
Because the road to the Super Bowl, is going to have to go through Baltimore then.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah, and because they're going to end up, I think they got another game they might lose, New England. I don't know who that is, but they're talking about signing Antonio Brown. There's a bunch of
they're getting desperate.
What I'm hearing.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're considering it, but the writers said it's not about that.
Right. We would sign Antonio and embrace ourselves to meet the Ravens. If we do beat the Ravens, I hope they learn and educate and study them really well, because that's who we're going to face. We're facing Baltimore again in the Super Bowl. And if we don't watch it, we're going to have the same taste in our mouth that we had in 2012.
No. Anything but that. Oh, please. The fate worse than death. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
So I'm giving not a prediction, but a spoiler. So prepare for that. We're going to beat the Packers. That's going to happen. Hit those interceptions when he's under pressure. He's going to act like he's all comfortable. He's going to come out and think this is a win game for him. The Packers got this, blah, blah, blah. Come at us soft. We're going to beat them. I'm not even worried about Green Bay.
I feel it.
I was never worried about Green Bay in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
One I'm worried about is Baltimore. The only one I'm worried about is Baltimore. That's it.
And we all are. It'll probably be one of the easier games just because we're all convinced that Lamar Jackson is a superhero instead of a football player. You know, it is kind of scary.
But one guy made it really clear where I was at here in Texas. Stop the run, you stop the Ravens. Stop Lamar Jackson from running, you stop the Ravens.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
I mean, he's like
We have
100
problems
plus yards
against
every
mobile
game.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, there's no way that Cardinals game, that Seattle game should have been close.
Yeah, I know.
Because, you put them under pressure, you stop the run, they're going to throw INTs. All they know how to do is
He's right.
run.
There you go.
So I'm glad we have those games. I'm blessed we lost. I'm glad we lost to Seattle. I hope that gives them enthusiasm for the Baltimore game and the next Seattle game, and
Bill.
hopefully they prepare themselves for what's to come in the Super Bowl if they make it.
But Bill, we're gonna run out of time. I love everything you're talking about too. But Bill, give me your score, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Man, dude, I'm gonna have to say, man, I'm gonna say like 42 to 3, man.
Oh God, Bill's talking about a complete, thorough annihilation. I love it.
Man, I'm sorry, man. Green Bay's been running their mouth, and there's
I
one thing
know.
you don't do against our defense is run your mouth. Okay.
And get away with this.
As far as
All right.
Stephen A. Smith,
Mm.
I hope you're ready to eat some crow on Monday.
He's been ready. All right, Bill, I'll be looking for you Monday, and we'll both work on Stephen A. All right.
Do me a favor. Give me a Niner shout out.
Oh, I can do that. A Niners for man, Bill. All right, Bill. Have a good night, fam.
All right, I'll talk to you after the game.
Be
on
looking for
Monday.
you. All right. And let's see. It says 7. All right, Bill. Night. 717 Harrisburg City, PA. 717. Hello.
What's up, Ronbo?
Oh man, we're sitting there getting ourselves all fired up like we like to do before each and every game.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
my name is Rick. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Rick.
Call me Rick Rude, though, baby.
Rick Rude? Is that like a WWE?
Yeah, call me Rick Rude.
Yeah,
That's right.
I like that. Rick Rude. Oh man.
So check
what do
it
you
out.
think, Rick?
We got, I got haters to the east of me, them Eagle haters.
Oh God.
I got Pittsburgh haters to the west of me.
Ooh,
I got New York Giant haters to the north of me.
Oh man.
And I got Washington Redskins and Baltimore haters to the south of me.
Wow, that's just.
I'm surrounded, Rombo.
I mean, really, it's like.
And I'm
they
giving
circle
them all
wagons.
hell.
It's right, because you're the one with the record. All of the rest of it just a bunch of squirrels trying to get a nut. I love it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Rombo, I think we're going to run all over these cats Sunday night.
It's about time, because these guys are not
they
hard
can't
to run
stop us.
against. Yeah, and I'm
Right.
watching other teams run against them. I don't know why we can't run against them. The Green Bay defense is
right.
only so, and they're soft in the middle. That means George Kittle's getting ready to go buck wild. This could be a crazy game, unless they do some real big changes between the last time I seen them before they went on that break until now. I can't imagine that, though.
Yeah, I can't see them doing nothing, to stop George Kittle in the middle. They can't put 8 in the box like they've been doing these past couple weeks.
It didn't help none against the
I
Panthers.
just think we're going to run wild.
So, hey, as a matter of fact, they played the Chargers. Gordon had a nice day again. These guys, I don't know how Green Bay's been winning these games. I got to go back.
Well,
Aaron.
I've been sitting back listening. This is my first time calling in, and everybody's talking about the media. Stop listening to the damn media.
That's true, because that's what they do.
Because guess what? Whether we win or whether we lose, they ain't gonna give us no credit. We
Nah.
beat it. We blow Green Bay out tomorrow. They gonna say, well, Green Bay didn't do this.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers didn't do that. They
Right.
ain't gonna say the Niners shut this down or the
No.
Niners shut that down.
It's going to be all about the
don't
Packers.
Don't even look for their validation.
I
Don't even look for it.
Oh, it's all about the Packers and what they didn't do. And allowed.
Exactly.
There it is. Rick Rude, they allowed the Niners to take over the game around the third quarter. Boy, it's crazy. Crazy.
Exactly. So I shut them off. I don't even listen to them no more. I just listen to Ronbo. Ronbo tell it like it is.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm homerish all the way, but at least it's a spin away from the norm them networks be offering. Mike Florio, Stephen A. Smith, that Five Guys Burger dude over on ESPN. You know
what? It is one guy that shows us love. Chris Sims shows us love, and that's because that's Shanahan's homeboy.
Yeah, Chris Sims does. Max Kellerman pretty often does. And that other brother,
Cowherd shows us love.
oh yeah, he's been doing it ever since last year. You know, he picked us.
Yep.
But you know what? If we'd had Jimmy last year, he would have went through all the things he's going through this year. This year, it really would be a cakewalk. Tell you what, Rick, next year, boy, it's over. 49ers going to take over the league next year. Ooh,
oh yeah,
big time. Get another couple of pieces.
They won't be able to touch us.
Yeah, man. Don't let Dante.
Well, I'm gonna get out. I ain't gonna hold you up. I just wanted to call in, for the first time, man. I love listening to you. See, I work at nights. I work for the power company out here. So
there you go. All right.
So,
well, Rick, Rick, don't leave. Don't leave before you give us a score, though. What is your prediction?
Oh, I got you. 35-13.
Oh yeah, I like it when people keep them under 20. Defense returns tomorrow.
Yes,
Rick
sir.
Rude.
Hey, look, I'm gonna hit you with a Rick Rude. I'm gonna hit you with the Rick Rude call out right here.
All right.
All you Wisconsin sweat hogs, we gonna pull up and the 49ers gonna show you what a real team looks like. All right, Ronbo.
Tell him, Rick. Tell him. Rick Rude up in the house. Rick, have a great night, fam. Look for you later.
All right, man. You too. Later.
Thanks. And we move from Rick Rude to Big Steve. Uh-oh. Hey. Big Steve, hold on a second, because I see Louis Vision here says, let all these networks talk down on us. It's only going to motivate us even more. Louis, so true. Louis, thank you for the contributions. I'm telling you, man, I can't wait. It'll be another 3 weeks, so even if we run this 3-game series of tough teams, the 49ers escaped through 3 games through the gauntlet. Big Steve.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing tonight, man?
I love going into games like this. We can finally say 49ers are capable of beating any team we play, including the once upon a time big bad Packers. Looking forward to it.
I'm actually looking forward to this game because of all of that rivalry that we had with them in the 90s. I remember watching those games when I was a kid, and I hated those Packers, man.
Oh, I know.
I kind of found a new team to hate more than them in the Seahawks over the last decade or so. But
so you missed the Cowboys. You missed the Cowboys period, didn't you? The Cowboys.
Oh, that one too. That was a good rivalry too. I
wanted
can
to
never
choke
forget
a
about them.
Cowboy.
I hope we see the Cowboys in the playoffs, man. I do. I hope we beat Green Bay tomorrow and we get that one out of our head. Then we go to the playoffs and we beat the Cowboys.
Oh.
But man, we got a 3-game stretch coming up, and you know what, man? I was a little worried at first, but I'm not so worried anymore, dude. I think that we have a pretty solid team all the way around, offense, defense. I think we've lost some guys, but we're still hanging.
Some of them coming
tough,
back,
man,
though.
and no matter. Oh yeah, and no matter what we got to do, we'll pull out the win. Whether we got to run it, whether we got to pass it. These guys talking about Jimmy G is unreliable. I think Jimmy G is perfectly fine, and he makes some mistakes, dude. But you know what? When it comes down to it, yeah, he does make some bonehead throws every once in a while. But nobody's talking about all the fucking touchdowns he's throwing, how many yards he's throwing for, and how he's coming through clutch at the end of games with game-winning drives.
Exactly. They do, but they mention the mistakes first and how he's prone to do this, how he's prone to do that, and then he throws for 4 touchdowns, and that gets a little lightweight mention. Yeah, but he's threw for the best game of his life. Well, he still throws him INTs. Ah, God.
They just like to hate. They're going to keep hating no matter what we do. So we might as well just keep winning, making them look like idiots. Like Richard Sherman said, man, just stick to what you said. They look like idiots at the end of it. I think we're going to run all over the Packers Sunday, man. That's what I think is going to happen because this running game hasn't really been doing much the last 3 weeks.
It's been locked down and stacked the box. They've listened to the hype. Jimmy G ain't no good. And they said, stack the box. Make Jimmy G beat us. And Jimmy went right out there and beat him. Steve, you know what I wish he would do? Jimmy, it's not like him, but I wish we were like in the fourth quarter, we're leading like 43-10, and Jimmy throws an INT and looks at the media cameras and flips them off. walks off the field.
You know what I like about Jimmy, though? You know what I like about Jimmy? Even when he does make those mistakes, he seems a little upset about it, but he shakes it off and he gets right back into it. He doesn't let it cloud his
doesn't dwell on it
or make him, bring him down. He's focused. He knows that his defense, he can rely on his defense, and I think that's what's going to separate Jimmy G from a lot of quarterbacks coming down the line. You know, as he gets into the swing of things more next year, the year after, and you really see him step into that elite tier of quarterbacks because he trusts his receivers, even in some of those questionable throws. Man, I don't think it's that he's just throwing it out there. I think you have to trust your receivers to a certain degree. You know, you can't be afraid to sit in the pocket. Then you set yourself up to get sacked or lose yardage or fumble the ball. I think, you know, he's throwing those passes. He's accurate, and I think he trusts his arm. He trusts his receivers so that even if it's a semi-questionable throw, he knows that there's a good chance that the receiver will grab it. And I got to say, man, he's been successful most of the time.
That's a key word right there. Most of the time he's making the plays, you know?
Our running game is our running game, man. We're due for a big game. We haven't had a nice running game since Carolina. That was like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I think Rodgers is going to have a tough game tomorrow. I think that we're going to exploit them with the running game. I really hope so, man. Tevin Coleman's a beast. I want to see him have another beast game. I know Breed is out, but I think between him and Mostert, I think they can really do some damage out there.
Yeah.
I hope to see that run game come
when
back.
you rely on Mostert, he comes through. Big Steve, I'm gonna get your score, fam. What do you got for a score here?
Man, I don't know, man. I've been thinking a lot about this one. I can't really say anything crazy like, 42-10 or anything. It's the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is a good game manager. He knows how to put that ball out there.
No doubt.
Even under pressure, he gets it out there. So I'm going to
He's a
say
competitor.
38-28.
38-28. All right.
38-28.
All right, Steve, I got you
I think we're going to put some points on the board. And depending on if George Kittle plays or not, I think that's going to be a really big deciding factor. I think Emmanuel Sanders will be all right to go. But if you got him and Kittle on the field, that could really open up the run game. You check it back. Yeah. I mean, there's so many pieces, man.
Options.
Jimmy's
got all
field day tomorrow.
There you go. Big Steve, I'm going to go and look for you tomorrow after the game. It's going to be late, but I'll be looking for you anyway. All right?
Oh, I'll definitely be calling in, Ronbo. You have yourself a good night, fam.
You too, fam. Night, Steve.
All right.
And,
later.
Here. And Clarence Molina says 28-17 Niners. Run that ball. Stop the run. Yes. Clarence, thanks for that contribution, fam. And let me say, hey, Ellis.
Yes, sir.
Ellis,
good evening, Ronbo.
Ellis, you got the right numbers tonight. Good.
I'm feeling like 10-0, man. I think I'm already claiming victory right now. That's all we can do. We got to claim it.
I tell you, right? You go pick it up. You make your claim now and pick it up tomorrow. Because I'm telling you, this is going to be a fun game, especially with Kittle back.
Go ahead.
Sanders is healthier than he was last week. Debo acting like he's a Pro Bowler already. You know what I'm saying? I'm really. Man, Kyle Shanahan he's got that many more options. Because now, Kyle doesn't have to worry about him stacking the box. They can stack the box if they want to, but I bet they'll unstack it pretty quick. Hey, stack that box up. Go ahead, get another body in here. Y'all, everybody come in here. Boy, I can't wait.
Yeah, we got a remedy for that too, man. Right. So I think that's the worst part about, things to look forward to for our oppositions is that we're not a one-trick pony.
Ooh,
between the defense, the offense, I mean, we have the ability to do everything. I feel like we're the most complete team in the NFL. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's not just because I'm a Niners fan, diehard. I'm just looking at everything and looking at all the players we have in the depth and everything. We are the most complete team, in the league, and I think nobody has really seen us go all the way off yet. And I'll say the Panthers game was a clear indication that this is what we're capable of doing. And just imagine if we could do that every week.
Ooh.
I mean, then what would they say? What would the critics have to say then?
I really would like to know myself. What would they say? Ellis,
we'll leave that there. We'll pin that question and let them respond.
I tell you, if the 49ers ever show up full strength like they did the first couple of weeks, and they wasn't quite ready for prime time yet, and they were still beating up teams, wait till now that they got a little more polish, a little more refinement. Wait till, boy, if they get healthy by the end of the season,
I'm feeling really good.
Ooh.
The thing I was thinking about was with Kittle coming back and everything, I know we want them all back and everybody coming in full strength. I just would not like to compromise and have them coming out too early, and that affecting their down the line availability. As far as the next few weeks, we still have. It's the second half of the season. We got some, imperative, some very important
next 3
games coming up. And we, especially these next 3, those especially, I even personally feel like, and this is just me, that the weaponry that we do have, even if Kittle and let's just say Emmanuel were not available, let's hypothetically, I think we still could surpass the Green Bay, with flying colors and not really have an issue. That's just me personally,
True. Yeah, the man can do something with things. He's like MacGyver. Any situation he's in, he can find what he needs to blow something up. So you're right,
Yeah, and I'm just really impressed with Debo. I got to say it, and also our corners. You know what I mean? K'Wan Williams and Emmanuel Mosley.
Yep.
Our depth in the secondary is not really talked about much, but I got to give them the credit too. I know we got our D line and our linebackers. Fred Warner's not getting his just due. I know they're not really talking about him much. We obviously see them and know what our abilities are and their abilities are, but all of those guys, man, are really impressive. You know what I mean? And offensively, our running back core, we got these unknown guys. Who is this Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert that's coming out here just running all over people? They're like, man, these guys, you don't have to be a big name, and that just goes to show you that you don't have to be a first-round draft pick. You don't have to be, have to be the talk of the town in order to make a name for yourself. And these guys are modeling that,
getting it done.
And
look at George Kittle.
I'm just impressed with it.
A 5th-round draft pick. This is why. Hey, you can give all the glory, most of it, a lot of it, because the players involved are definitely special. But you got to give the glory to the coaching staff. These guys are good.
Oh, without.
Man.
Yeah. We cannot forget them, because without them, we don't have anything. You know what I mean? So it's definitely, they definitely go hand in hand. Shout outs to the entire Niners staff. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? In the off season and even in the preseason, that we were going to come out like this.
Nobody.
You know what I mean? I really still shocked. You know what I mean? And it's like, I start to see a lot of fans, and it's refreshing to see, people that, wearing Niners gear, and you see the flags when I'm out in, traffic, I'm driving around, and I'm like, you got that camaraderie naturally with total strangers, it's that, that unity.
I hear you.
Feels
Ellis,
good,
Ellis, I gotta hold you up right there. Though we gotta get your score, because we're gonna go and look for you tomorrow. Well, what score you got in this game?
I honestly think we're gonna put up 40, but at a minimum, I would say 37 to 21. I'm gonna play it safe. I think Green Bay's gonna try to do something. At the most, though, I only give them 21. So 37-21 is my,
all right,
is my score for the night. But.
All right.
How you feeling? What do you think is going to go on tomorrow, Ronbo? What score you calling, sir?
I got 32-17. I believe I had 32-17.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
There we go.
I'm trying to remember. 32. I know I said 32, and I know if Green Bay hadn't given any more than 17. But yeah. All right. Ellis.
Yeah, we'll get them. They're not ready for us, man. I think we're gonna do some big things tomorrow, man. I'm really not. I'm not worried about Green Bay as much as I am Baltimore.
There you go.
Thank you, Ronbo. Shout out to the Niner Empire. And I'll catch you tomorrow after the game.
Looking for you, too.
Let's talk about that 10-1.
There you go. All right. Night, Ellis.
All right, champ.
Reminds me of that commercial. Man, you know what? The champ is here. And they got every uniform in there almost, except for the 49ers. Ellis, all right, Ellis, good night. But, hey, Sharon.
Hello, Ronbo.
Hey, Sharon. Well, as you know, we're partying like we already won the game. We're probably out of line,
right?
But we're having fun with that. But what do you think, Sharon?
Yes, we are. Well, I was looking at the stats too, and Googling Aaron Rodgers and stuff in the run game, but I think we have a pretty good chance of winning the game tomorrow.
Right.
The run game is not all bad. Dante has not thrown a touchdown yet this year, and Aaron Rodgers is getting old, and he's not going to be able to move that fast no more. It looks like he's wearing down as it is.
Oh, he gets tired of getting beat up like that every week, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It slows the man down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's got to be scared to death knowing that Joey's little brother's going to be bothering him tomorrow. And his little brother's worse than Joey. So Aaron's got to be thinking, oh, my God.
Right. But it's like this media. It's like, hopefully after tomorrow we get this 10-1 win. But even though I know it's not going to happen, that we'll get our respect. But you know, they can keep talking because it'll just make us more famous. So.
Yep. I'm learning to appreciate it, though. You know what I think about it, Sherman?
Yeah.
What we got to do is stop getting mad and laugh at these people. They keep coming on and saying these little negative
laugh at them
things.
because we know our quarterback, we know our team. But
And our record is still going up. And let them talk. They look foolish. 49ers get to 10, 11 wins.
Really,
Who's going to look
ridiculous.
most foolish? You guys still saying the same thing. We've won 11 games, and you guys are still trying to get a team to beat us. The season's almost over. They can't beat us at that.
And it's just like they make it Aaron Rodgers like he is a Hall of Famer. Okay, big deal. Okay, then you got Wilson. They're making him MVP.
He's the MVP.
Right? So let's make our Jimmy G MVP. Okay.
And if Aaron Rodgers tomorrow, he's the greatest thing.
So he stays in the pocket. He's only going to get under pressure to get out the pocket, and he's going to be in trouble.
He'd better get out of that pocket, and better hurry up.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Aaron. Hurry.
Because you go hit some Nick around the corner, and then you got Debo. Oh, come on now.
You got Eric, Debo. You got all kind of guys coming at you, all picked up in the first round
It's going to
for
be a
a
good
reason.
game.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. And they're going to shut somebody. Oh, what are those 8-8 people at, by the way?
Oh, I know. Don't you love those? 8-8. 49ers are going 8-8. We won 9. Whoop. 9-7. Niners.
Where they at? I don't see no 8-8 record on our. No, come on now.
Unless we were 4-4, but come on, that's not the case. We're not the Dallas Cowboys. How many games have the Cowboys? Aren't the Cowboys 4-4?
No, they're
5-4. Yeah. Oh God.
5-4, 6-4, something like that.
And they're going to lose this weekend, so that means they're going to be. Yeah, they're going to be 5-5. They're going to be 5.
I can't say a word because I got some Dallas family in my household right now. So I got to be quiet.
Yeah, you better not. You better. Don't be in the house. You better go out somewhere and watch the game, 49er game somewhere. Dallas Cowboy fans will be very upset tomorrow evening.
I'm going to go far away somewhere.
Cowboys! How about them Cowboys?
So I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be sacked so many times because the way the Chargers did, and you got our defense.
The Panthers killed him too. They were sacking him right and left. Chargers.
Oh, that was a crazy game.
I know. So if Aaron,
He went down. I don't think Aaron Rodgers knew where he was at after he went down so many times.
Sure, you know what? Okay, what is going to be your score in this game?
I'm going to say, because we haven't shut nobody out in a minute.
Well, we beat the Washington. We shut the Redskins out.
Disaster.
Ooh, there goes. Sherman is calling for a shutout. 31-0. Wow.
31-0.
I like that. I like that a lot. Jerome, let me let you go now, but I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I would be loving to congratulate you on that score. All right. Night, Jerome. There she is. Calling that 31-0. Boy, don't let it happen. I'll never get through talking. I'll probably stop tweeting all those folks I like to tweet and start trying to get their phone numbers. Hey, Steven, who is this? Hey, Steve, you don't know me, man, but listen, I got something I want to say to you. Man, you got 3 seconds to tell me your name. Okay, Ronbo. You that fool who keep posting me up on Twitter? Yeah, that's me. Click. Buzz. Omar!
Ronbo.
Dade City Empire. Sup, Omar?
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh man, we're sitting, as I say, man, we're sitting here celebrating. We're celebrating victory before we even get it. You know what I'm saying? We're way out of line, but it's fun. And Omar, are we way out of line? This team, the Packers, I am not impressed after watching a couple of games. I said, man, this team, this is not the most difficult team we've seen this year. I think the Cardinals are tougher. Well, you know, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking this, man. When the Chargers beat these guys, I'm not taking nothing away from the Packers. It's going to be a pretty decent game, but I think we need to jump on these guys early.
I hope so.
I think we need to come on some blitzes. Since D4's not playing, they're going to probably have like K1 coming and blitz on the side, and like to make up for D4 not being there. But I think that we're going to get to this guy.
DeMontre
and
does a pretty
we're going
good
to pressure
job.
Rodgers, and he might throw a pick or two. Normally, that's not what he does, but he can throw a pick or two. And
nice.
I think our running game is due for a big game because we haven't had a good running game in a few weeks, and we still won.
Yeah.
So I think the Niners are going to go in there and whip some ass. And
they're going to come in here.
The whole NFL.
Yeah.
Because like our running backs are due for a big game, and I'm praying and I'm hoping that Jeff Wilson plays because I like Jeff Wilson. I'm a big fan of his. Everybody's saying Coleman and Moser. Don't forget about Jeff Wilson because that dude can ball. He is fast.
He'll be dressed.
And I think they need to throw him out there because he's good, man. I'm telling you. I like Jeff Wilson. I'm a big fan of his. So I know Matt Breida ain't playing because of his ankle, but they need to put Jeff Wilson in on some plays. I'm really convinced that he could do it. He's fast. And I think we're going to beat these guys. I don't know if it's going to be easy, but I think we could beat them. They are a very beatable team. They haven't really played nobody all year. I mean, they played San Diego in San Diego, and they got beat. And he got sacked a lot of times. So their line is very vulnerable, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've pulled out. I'm trying to think of the most. I think they lose the Vikings. Or they beat the Vikings. I think they beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
Of course, the Vikings. The Vikings are in their division. Division games are always almost a pick 'em every time, except the Patriots.
Game, yeah. Everybody was talking about us. Oh man, the Cardinals are not good. I said, when the Cardinals were about a year or two away.
No, one
from doing something special.
One year.
Like they're a pretty good team. So, but I say if you put some pieces around, like this dude Murray.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be good. I'm telling you.
No doubt about it.
He's good. But as far as I'm concerned, the Niners have the most complete team in the league. I mean, you can't deny it. I mean, our team, our secondary. I'm a little worried about Sherman because he's getting a little bit old, but he's still good. He's a smart player. It's like you said, he has a high football IQ. And I want to see how this game turns out, man. We need to jump on these guys early, though. I think we establish the run, and have some few inside runs because I think they are a suspect as far as stopping the run against us.
God,
so
yes.
If we can get that running game going, look out.
Kittle, too. I watched Olsen do a number on him. If Olsen could do a number on him, Kittle can. So I'm looking forward to this.
That's what I'm saying because we're due. Our running backs are due to have a big game. And they haven't stopped their running game all year.
Yep.
These Packers. If we can establish the run against these guys, it's over. I'm telling you. If we can get a chance to get 4 or 5 yards a pop, it's over. It's going to be a long day for Green Bay. Going to be shaking their heads. They don't know what to do. And if you want to put an 8-man box, go right ahead because
invite it.
Man, George Kittle is going to be the key to our. He will unlock that 8-man front. So if you want to put an 8-man box, go right ahead because you're going to get burned. So if they're smart, they won't put an 8-man box. But if they do, I think we're going to beat these guys anyway, no matter what they throw at us.
Because all you got to do is roll out.
My score will be 35-7, Niners. Man, Levi's going to be rocking, and I can't wait for this game because I am not a Packer fan. So I hope that these guys get destroyed. So I can't stand the Packers. They don't give any love to the Niners, and they say that Jimmy G is, Harrison, the guy for NBC Sports. He says that he don't trust Jimmy G.
Oh, Rodney.
Trust Jimmy G. But Jimmy G is undefeated on the road. We are undefeated on the road, and nobody says that. So, who leads the league in third down?
Let him talk.
We do.
Let him talk.
Right?
Yeah.
So, who has the most first downs in the league?
San Francisco does.
That's right.
And Jimmy G's a big part of that.
And
but they don't give him any credit.
No, it's all
That's
about
all I
the
have to say.
defense and
I
the
mean,
run
stats
game.
don't lie.
And
Stats do
Shanahan's
not lie.
brilliance. We're gonna go.
So go
we're gonna
Niners.
go, Omar. Let me tell you what. We'll finish this tomorrow night after the game, and let's just gloat.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
be talking to you tomorrow after the game. So go Niners. I want to give a big shout out to everybody and they City Empire. And I hope we destroy these guys. I would love to put a 50 burger, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I would love to blow these guys out and send a message because the Packers are not a great team. I'm sorry.
Not anymore.
So go Niners. And thank you, Ronbo, for having this podium for us. I love your show. I
Thanks,
love you,
man.
man. You're a good
Thanks.
dude.
Oh, my.
And root for the Niners to kick ass tomorrow, man. Take it easy, Ronbo.
All right, dude. You too, fam. Have a good night. Omar,
All right, man. God bless you, man. Take care, bud.
Thanks, fam. Omar down in Dade City, Niner Empire. At Jim Brony signing. Jim Brony, it's run time, Ronbo. Miss you, fam. Hey, Jim Brony, thanks for that contribution. He also says 38-28. Niners! Singing ooh la la. Ooh la la. Hey, Rick, come on in here and sing some ooh la la.
Ooh la 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 la.
Rick! All right, Rick, join, man. Because we're sitting here thinking, we're trying to preview this game, but we're so biased tonight. Everybody's wearing a big Homer hat. Rick, break it down so it could be clearly understood why we're going to win.
Honestly, look, they suck against the run.
Yeah.
They suck against the pass.
There you go.
We're getting back to George Kittle. We're going to have Deebo Samuels. We're going to have Emmanuel Sanders. We're going to be able to run the ball at will. And we're going to be able to throw the ball at will on them. Aaron Rodgers, although he is mobile at points, our defensive line is going to come at him at waves. So even though we don't have Ford, DeMontre Moore, he's going to step in. It's going to be sack city. We're going to put up points on them. We're going to run the ball down their throat. Aaron Rodgers is going to sit on the sideline with the stank face, and we're going to win the game. It's not going to be close. I know a lot of people are saying whatever, but it's not going to be close, man.
I don't think so either. Because, it's been billed because of the fact that it's Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. But you know what? That don't mean as much as it used to. I agree with you. I really do.
It's just, you can't take away, you can't take away the fact that it's Aaron Rodgers and he is a good quarterback. And
He's a great quarterback.
But their defense is not good. Their defense is trash.
And they didn't start the season. I don't know what happened to them either, Rick, because at the beginning of the season, the defense, I was actually impressed with them. Now, I'm watching them the last two games and said, man, what happened to that defense? Eddie, you can do anything you want to do.
They played a bunch of sorry teams. They played a bunch of sorry
teams. That made them look good. Tomorrow, boy, if they let the 49ers run, this game's over quick.
Oh, it's going to be over quick because the thing about it is, the reason why they had to stack the box because they thought that Jimmy G we didn't have any receivers, and so we didn't have Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. It's not strange. There's a direct correlation why they stacked the box because of the fact that they had nobody to account for George Kittle. But now we have you check back and George Kittle, so therefore you can't stack eight in the box now. And Debo is emerging. So it's not going to be close. Like I said before, I'll just let them talk. They always try to get my pressure up because I'm like, why are y'all not seeing blatantly obvious things other than just being a homer?
I'm telling you, that's it. And you know something, Rick? Another thing is, teams watching the tape, they're watching that no matter what Jimmy G did, whether he can be targeted all he wants to, they refuse to catch the ball. I don't know what Kyle did, but something came over Kendrick Bourne this last game. And if Kendrick continues to be a factor in the red zone, this team will be one of the most complete teams in the NFL. Because you got E-Man can bring that ball for you downfield. You got George. This is what he does. And now you got Kendrick around the end zone. Oh, that offense is complete now. In a run game, don't let me get me started on the run game.
Honestly, everything is just building up. We're building up everything. We've been through a lot of adversity, 5 turnover games, and the crazy game with Seattle, which still eats at me. But everything is preparing us for the postseason and for us to win the Super Bowl. I'm not worried about any of these teams because, like they said before, we have to play them, and guess what? They have to play us.
Play us.
Our defense
That's
is
right.
relentless. Our offense is improving all the time. Jimmy G is becoming better by the moment. Yes, he makes some mistakes sometimes, but think about it. He makes a mistake and then he forgets about it and goes on to the next play so he doesn't hang his head.
Yep.
He's building more trust in the receivers. Debo, plus Emmanuel Sanders, plus we've been getting back Kittle. It's going to be to the point where you don't know which way to defend it because you can't say we're going to just shut down the run because we'll pass on you. You can't shut down the pass because you're going to run it. So we're going to be an offensive juggernaut just like we're a defensive we're a defensive nightmare.
Mick, we got to go, so let me get your score before we go. What do you got on this game?
Okay, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be generous to him. I'm going to give him 17 points, and we're going to win 42-17. And that's because at that point, I'm being nice. And at the end of the game, like we just pretty much pulling people or whatever the case may be. But it's not going to be close. And listen for the pundits the next day after. They'll go from saying, this is our toughest test to, they really weren't that good in the first place.
Yeah, right. And Aaron Rodgers was reportedly had a hamstring injury early in the second. They'll make it up.
He needs cataract surgery. He has arthritis, and everybody has spinal difficulties like that. It doesn't matter. And we're the better team. We're going to smack them. We're going to go on to the next game and just continue to win.
There he is. Rick, look forward. Hey, Rick, come on in tomorrow, man, and collect your props because I know that score is absolutely on target. All right? Look for you.
Absolutely. 9 faithful, 9 for life. You all enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks, Rick. You too. Night. But you know what? This is the funny thing about this week. We ain't nobody scared of the pack. Remember the day when we had to be? Ooh, here they come. Well, just like everybody's saying now, hey, 49ers got a lot to be. The 49ers got a lot to worry about in the next 3 games. Hey, the teams we are playing also have got something to worry about. Okay, hey, Nighthawk.
What's going on?
I'm talking red and gold, Nighthawk, because it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you are. Nighthawk, what do you want for Christmas? Playoffs?
You know what? I want them to go to the Super Bowl in a minute.
There you go. It's the best way to start 2020. The year the dynasty started. You know, Nighthawk, this is a repeat of history, you know. When Joe Montana started his first, it was the same thing. The dynasty is underway. Joe Montana, 49ers, most invincible team on the gridiron. It's our time, Nighthawk. It's come full circle.
Yeah,
Here we go again.
I'm just crossing my finger that I hope Philly beat the Seahawks.
And they already said, everybody said Russell Wilson could go into Philly and whoop the Eagles' butt. I hope the Eagles take it real serious. Oh, okay. They don't know Fletcher Cox is back. They got a couple other guys that came back to that Phillies team. Carson Wentz is going to stop giving up. Carson Wentz has been a little weird this year. But, you know,
and
I think
we can't lose to Green Bay because if
Seahawks
win,
I know, right?
If we lose to Green Bay,
it's going to be a good day.
It's not going to go good.
It's going to be a good day. No, we go beat Green Bay, and the Eagles go stop looking like poo-poo and stop Russell Wilson. That team gets away with murder, Nighthawk. That's so...
And they got lucky by field goal.
Yes! We missed the field goal. That game was over.
I mean, they got lucky. Every game you saw them play, the Rams missed the field goal. They slide. Every game you watched them play, they won by a field goal.
No, the Rams missed like we did and gave them a chance.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying every time Seattle play a close game, they end up winning it.
I know.
By 1 point.
Yeah.
I mean, they always win by 1 point.
Well, I tell you something, Night Hawk. Luck will only go so far. You can get away with that during the regular season to some degree, but coming down the stretch, it depends on who's on your schedule. You better be better than lucky. Yeah. All right. Hey, Night Hawk, what do you got for a score?
I hope Kittle's coming to play. I hope that he's playing against Green Bay.
I'm pretty sure he is. Kyle put him on the questionable list, but the question's probably already been answered. As soon as he put him on that list, he was playing. Debo's playing. Sanders is playing. Yeah, they're playing.
Okay, that's good. So, okay. Yeah, the score. So I think it's going to be, if they're playing, it's going to be 30 to, it's going to be 49ers 30. Green Bay, I'm going to give them like 19.
Give that. I love it. Keep them down to 20. Got it. I like that score, Night Hawk. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go because it's getting late. I got to get up out of here. And
can you give me a shout out?
You know I can. Night
Yeah, and before I go, hit that like, and you know what's going to happen on Sunday? We're going to kick Green Bay's ass.
That's right.
Nighthawk is out.
There you go. See you tomorrow, Nighthawk.
See you.
Hey, thanks, Nighthawk. Sats. I haven't seen you in a while. There's Sats Montgomery has worked late third shift. Third shift. Sats, you've worked 36 hours? No. Come on, Sats, that's unhealthy, man. Get some rest. Go Niners 34-17 on behalf of Sats. Sats, thanks for that contribution, man. But, oh, my goodness. Oh, he means working the late third shift. Not he's worked 3 shifts today. Well, that's inhumane. Hey, Tony! Come on in, Tony!
Hey, Ronbo. What's happening, brother?
Tony, man, as we're sitting here, we're totally going against every rules of logic there is. We're sitting here celebrating before the game's even played. Hey, Tony, these guys just are not scary. I mean, if anybody's watched any of the games the Packers have played, they escaped the Panthers, and the Panthers weren't even playing that good. Nick's older brother and his company, I mean, Melvin Ingram and Joey, I mean, they just about ran Aaron completely out of Southern California. So, you know, I like our chances in this game. Oh, God.
Well, we've got a lot of game time decisions. We don't even know who's going to hit the field.
That's true.
Shanahan's keeping it all a secret. You know, I'm not going to tell you.
It's
You
a
just have to wait till game day.
Yeah, this
so
way.
we don't know what's going on there, but we've got plenty of backup. We've got Jeremiah Valoga. We've got.
They didn't bring him up though. I wish they would.
I want to see that boy on the field.
I do too. You know, he was really. But you know what? If they bring him up, then they have to put him on waivers when D Ford comes back. I don't think. Well, you know what? He might pass waivers. Because I'd love to see him play.
I'd love to see him play too. And Wilson Jr., we've got them. I think if we can run the ball on these guys like everybody else has been saying, it'll be game over for them. But if they stack the box and we do stupid shit like we've been doing lately, try and run it up the guts and it's not working, and keep going. Throw the ball to the side, but Christ.
You know, just how about a screen, Kyle, real quick? You know?
Yeah.
Or roll Jimmy out of that pocket.
You can't, I mean, let's face it, you can't discount Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? He's a good quarterback.
He is.
But overall, I think we'll be right. You know, if we get the running game going, I think the secondary is going to have a job to do against Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know. It's wait and see. Game time. You know
it is.
We don't know who's going to be on the field.
No, I think Kyle's messing with him. You know. I got to tell you, Tony. Kyle knows this game is extremely important. When he put those guys on the questionable list, it was pretty much a done deal. George is, if Vegas had a line on it, it's probably like 9-1 odds. Because, and Debo's playing, those guys were seen in practice yesterday. The only thing I can only imagine Kyle doing is getting the Green Bay to game plan for George and then don't play him. If there was any advantage in doing that, I don't know that there would be. But 49ers have really got to get that run game going back again.
Kyle's interview that I watched the other day, basically, in his interview, he's trying to say, he didn't actually say it, but in those words, but he was saying, like, George Kittle's a different person. Like, he's got him chained up and he's trying to keep him off the field. You know? If I don't chain this guy up, he'll just run on without even asking me.
There's a clip of him. There's a clip of him in practice. He looks like George Kittle to me. He's running routes, cutting. George is an animal. You know, here's a guy. George can't.
He's an animal.
When he gets through playing football, like Kyle said in that same press conference, he will be a member of the WWE. He's got the personality you need. He's a crazy man. He's tough as a guy can get. You know, he's got it all. He played with fractured ribs last season.
Yeah.
How many guys could do that? God.
With a flak jacket on.
Yeah. And setting records.
And the other thing I heard, it was just like like a trivia thing, and then I thought about all the Stephen A. and all those people, that the 49ers, the next 3 games is like the hardest run
they've had all season.
They've had in the history of the NFL.
You have 3 teams at 80%.
In the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
Because all the teams that we're playing are like 8-2, 8-2.
Right now.
You can find that somewhere. I can't remember if it was on NFL Sports or...
no, they've been talking about that extensively for days.
And they still keep saying we haven't played anybody important. I mean, there's the hardest run in NFL history, and what's going to be after that? If we beat them all.
They won't have anything to say. And you know what's so funny, Tony? The 49ers will be like 12-1 if they run through this next group of teams. And I imagine they'll stop talking after that. Oh, Tony, we're out of time. Let me get your score. What do you got?
I'm going to go 31-14, Ronbo.
All right. 31-14 for Tony?
31-14.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. Good stuff.
49ers win, obviously.
Yeah. You know, we're in Levi Stadium here. We're not in Lambeau. Well, Tony, good stuff.
No.
I'm going to see you after the game. It'll be early for you today. You'll definitely be able to call. See you after the game tomorrow. It's going to be a late one. So, all right.
All right, brother.
All right, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for getting in here. See you tomorrow.
Okay, mate. Cheers.
Hey, cheers. It's Tony in the land down under. I meant to mention, Tony, a great story out of Australia today. There's a fire going on somewhere, and a lady saved a koala bear. That was the most adorable thing. She's out there. It's dangerous. She's saving out a koala bear. Oh, look at that. That just warms the heart, you know? Little animals, man, they don't know. Humans are out there causing all kind of problems. They don't know what we're doing. They don't know how to escape. And she saved him. God. Hey, fam, I'm going to go ahead and roll because we ain't saving the Packers tomorrow. It's all out, no mercy. Hey, that's the name of this match tomorrow. No Mercy, starring George Kittle. Jimmy! I almost said Jimmy Ward. J. Dub. Jimmy G. E-Man Sanders. Richard Sherman. Fred Warner. I'm talking about, I'm going to start to make him a star, man. Because Nick Bosa, Mrs. Bosa's baby boy, that dude, I got a feeling he can't wait. So Nick's probably thinking, finally, a dude that can't possibly get away. This guy's got no afterburners on. I will get him. See, I wish I got to start doing a WWE thing before games from now on. As Nick looks in the camera, Aaron Rodgers, call your mom before the game. and tell her how much you love her. It could be your last chance to tell her so. Nana! That's it. Fam, hit that like. I can't wait to see them all. Nana!